Hello.
I will move it again in a minute because I need to put the notebook back.
Hello, everyone. Or no one at the minute apart from us two. Hello, Genevieve.
What's this doing? Hello. So I've only seen you all day. Oh, goodness me.
You've only seen me all day.
You might
that's unfortunate.
see that we're a bit haphazard this evening.
Just a little bit.
We've been very busy doing
Many
planning today.
It's been an admin sort of day.
Yes.
Also, hello, the two people who've just
Hello.
joined in.
Please say hello. Tell us who you are. I was going to say something very inappropriate.
You
then.
sound like a teacher.
I wonder why.
So how's things going in the world of the chat then? It's been going quite smoothly with us lately, amazingly. Yeah. It's not been too busy a month really for us with car shows and things lately, but we have been to a few. So at least some videos on those shows are coming up very, very soon. So what should we talk about this evening then?
Wow. I'm so disorganized, which is very unlike me.
Yeah, usually we've got a little
I'm
book, but we haven't got we've usually got a little book telling us all the events that we're planning on going to and what we've been to, but this week we haven't got it with us, unfortunately. So just having to quickly jot it all down, but never mind. Hello, Matt.
Good evening, Matt.
Hey, aren't you the guy who owns that sauna that seems to be doing quite well at the minute on YouTube?
I look like I'm taking the register. This is what it was like when we did lockdown school. I was always on the register. As all the children popped up, it was like, oh, there they are.
There's everyone. Oh.
Hello, other person.
What other people? Yes, today has been the day of Festival of the Unexceptional, and we didn't go this year. Although for the last 2 years I have wanted to go. Last year just didn't have the right opportunity to.
I think potentially were you not on holiday when it was on last year?
That's why I didn't have the opportunity to. This year, the car I wanted to take is currently suffering some minor technical difficulties.
It's a bit low down the back.
Yeah, a bit slammed on the back end. Seems to be a bit of a common trend on the internet at the minute, especially amongst older French vehicles. But yeah, hopefully next year. If not, we'll look at maybe buying a project or something just to get us to the event and back. That could be a bit of fun though. Maybe we'll go with the sauna with Matt if it's ready as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Have you finished
writing? I don't mind sitting in it now. It's clean.
Yes. It has now been cleaned, hasn't it? The sauna, and that video is doing extremely well as it turns out. Currently, I'm gonna have a quick look on my phone just to see what the views are at the minute because it has really been going up very, very quickly. We've been quite frankly astonished by how popular the sauna has been. Obviously, you kind of expect it to be, to have that following, I suppose, from obviously the days on Hubnut. But yes, currently sitting at 4,500 views, which quite frankly is absolutely crazy. So yes, thank you very much to everyone who's followed the progress of the sauna so far. And if you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. I'm Jake, this is Genevieve. And just to make it clear, we don't actually own the sauna, Matt does. We just simply video it and make the videos on it so that we can continue the story of the sauna on the internet.
The Sauna Saga.
The Sauna Saga. Maybe that's what we should call the series.
Pink's Project's Sauna Saga, because let's face it, he's bound to have another one.
You're going to have another project at some point, I'm sure.
It's Matt. It's like,
you've got
Pink's Projects.
You've got the minis.
We preempted it with a second S, just in case. I'm very far forward.
You are very far forward. But yes, what have you lot been up to this week?
All 6 of you. There's 5 of you that haven't said hello. Come on, come and let us know who you are.
Certainly entering teacher mode, aren't you?
Sorry. School holidays. Not that I'm even in school anymore. Maybe I miss it too much. Maybe I'll go back to it.
Well, whilst everyone's thinking about what to say, should we talk about what we've done this month?
We can do, yes. So, we're pretty much at the end of July. One day and one night left. But like you said, we've had we've had a relatively quiet one in terms of shows and that kind of thing. Although, having looked at it written down, we've done 2, which isn't lots. But
really
we were on holiday for 2 weekends of July, so we didn't do too badly. So we had as I mentioned, we had our holiday in Jersey, very lovely. couldn't quite get away from the cars, and somebody did a bit of car spotting, obviously.
Habits.
That you'll never grow out of, I'm sure. We went to a museum, the Parlo Museum, which the video is up and ready for you to watch. It's a good museum, actually. I think it's not very popular, potentially, from what we could see. It was very quiet, and it was a bit of a shame because it's actually really good. So if you're ever in Jersey, it's not the most convenient place to get to, but if you are ever there, go, because it's good, and we don't want places like that to kind of die out because it's not very popular.
I don't think not popular is necessarily the right way of saying it, but I know
it's
what
not
you're
very
trying
well
to say
marketed.
with
It's not very well advertised.
I think that's maybe the best way.
Yeah,
it's a lovely museum, and
it's really good.
The people who run it are really very knowledgeable on the exhibits and things like that. But as you say, there's not necessarily
you go
the
to
advertising
places like
around.
Even of a similar ilk, kind of like I don't know I can't think of anywhere particularly, but say Bewley as an option. National Motor Museum, okay, it's got a lot of marketing and stuff like that in it, but it's always heaving there, isn't it? There's always loads of people. There was like 6 of us at the Parlo Museum. And it is also only open on 2 days a week.
That's including the people at the tills.
Yeah.
So hello
Mighty Cat Mods. That was horribly in sync.
Jinx.
I thought of you the other day, Mighty Cat Mods. You need to find my tweet about my cat companion that I had over the last week, who's attacked my neck, but I still like her. She's okay. Then we did, because we got back on the 9th, which was the Saturday, and that was the weekend of BMC in Leyland.
That's it. Yep.
So we missed that because it was the 10th, and we weren't back until silly o'clock in the morning.
We'd actually wanted to attend 2 other events in July, basically. Wings and Wheels at Middle Wallop at the Army Flying Museum, where, of course, obviously going to plug it. Our event being hosted on the 11th of September this year. So sign off if you want to come along to that. It's a completely free event. Obviously, museum, cafe, they're all open on the day. So just be aware, museum obviously has got its own fees. But our event is free on the field. So yes, do come along if you're interested in obviously coming to that. Open to all vehicles of all ages. Wings and Wheels, though, we wanted to go to
well
that.
Rehearsed.
Thank you. Wanted to go to that one, but unfortunately, the holiday bookings that we had, the choice of dates, it just happened to fall on that weekend, so we didn't get to go to that this year. And BMC and Leyland show, that's always a highlight for us. We love going to that one. I have, especially over the last 2 years, I've been going to it with the Mini. We like meeting up with the MG Car Club Young Members branch, some of our friends in there, and of course Joseph Lloyd Vehicle Consulting, he went as well. Plenty of them put up videos of the event, so go and check out their channels and just see what they've been up to. Also Macklin's Motors, he was there. But yeah, we'd have loved to have gone to it, but unfortunately holidays took the place of that this year, but hopefully next year we should be able to go.
Yeah. So we missed 2 weekends, but the weekend we were back, my mum and dad were away, so I was cat sitting and somebody came to join me. So as I'm nearer, as I live nearer to Bewley than Jake does, we decided to take up the opportunity of going to Bewley for a day. We were going to go for both, which was Simply Vauxhall and Simply French. But as a certain Renault is still not in action, we have put it in the diary for next year, because hopefully we'll be in action. Potentially, maybe. He's hoping.
I'm hoping so. I'm missing it.
So we headed to Simply Vauxhall instead. It was a relatively quiet show. Can we say that? There wasn't loads of cars, but it was nice.
If you've seen the Simply Electric video, it's about the same sort of amount of people there as that.
But it was really, really hot.
From what we've seen on social media, though we didn't go to Simply French this year, it looked like a much, much bigger and busier event.
Yeah.
So next year, hopefully we'll have the Megane back and we'll go to that with the Megane.
Yeah.
I like to show it off on more of events, because the annoying thing is for me with that is it was my only car for about 6 or 7 years, and then there was basically nothing I could take it to, because it was either amazingly too young, or it wasn't, I guess, pristine enough, because it's got quite rusty arches, as many of you will know, to say the least. So hopefully one day when we get the axle sorted on that, we will be tackling the rust and everything else as well, because I don't rely upon it as my daily drive anymore, so it doesn't obviously need that stuff.
I should say one thing.
Don't get too excited for it.
Don't get too excited, but you're ruining the next video by giving them all this update.
I'm not ruining any videos.
It's just a waffler.
Yes.
Stop wiggling it. I'm already holding the laptop still.
Yes. Hello, Ian. Welcome.
Hello, Ian. Good evening. So yes, we went to Simply Vauxhall. We were very hot. It was the Saturday before the hottest day of the year ever. And
in the UK.
We hid in the shade for quite a lot of it.
It was quite warm.
It was a little bit too hot. But it was an enjoyable day nonetheless. We then had another kind of semi-quiet weekend.
Yeah.
Last weekend, where we filmed a review for the first time since February.
Well, we did do SMMT Day, which of course
but a review outside of SMMT.
But the first review where it wasn't within a confined time frame, where with SMMT we only had like 20 or 30 minutes depending on the manufacturer, because of course loads of people want to look at every single car there. So we did the first review we've done in quite a long time, so that should be coming within the next 2 weeks, I think, if memory serves correctly for the schedule. Yes, we actually have a schedule for these things now.
According to the book, we are looking at week beginning the 8th. Couple of weeks.
So there we go. It's not too far away though.
Keep your fingers crossed. We're busy.
There's a bit of a Vauxhall theme lately on the channel.
Yeah. And then last weekend we unexpectedly went to a local show at Wilton House, the other side of Salisbury. Again, video coming on that as soon as we can get it.
Yeah, we just saw it was on. We didn't really expect to be going.
No.
Just saw it was on. Just went, okay, we'll go to that. Why not? And so we did. And it was a good event. Good turnout.
I think they're monthly, aren't they?
Last
Sunday of every month or something like that. And they've got different themes. Roughly. So if you're local or happen to be in the area with your car, head to the Wilton House website and have a look. I think there's a supercar one and everything, which is very popular, as they are.
Supercar one there is always popular, brings Wilton to a complete standstill. If you've never been to Wilton in Wiltshire, it is very old school.
Yeah.
I guess the streets are very narrow. The
it's
main
a very
road
traditional
is very
village.
Narrow. Yes.
It's not a place that needs to be brought to a stand, or wouldn't take much to be brought to a standstill. And then that brings us nicely up to this weekend, where we
admin basically.
Okay, we're only on Saturday, but we have been party planning. It's my turn to plug it now. Doing all the stuff in the background. Doing all the stuff in the background is the tough thing that I think people, when you're doing a social event or any event, to be honest, even like down to a kid's birthday party, people forget that you have to do all of this stuff in the background as well. And it's even more when we want people and we have invited people to come. It's like risk assessments and sorting out insurance and stuff, which is not anything that either of us have ever had to do. I've signed off many a risk assessment in my life, going on school trips and things, but I've never had to write my own. So yeah, it's a little bit of a minefield, but thankfully Mr. Sana himself is being very helpful. Thank you, Statman.
Is that what we're calling him, Mr. Sana?
Mr. Sana himself. Well, if you call him Matt, there's too many of them.
True.
Floating around in the universe.
But yes, you're right, Matt. We do need a 2023 calendar already. In fact, that's one of the things we're looking at.
I found one today on Amazon. So I think we might be ordering that this evening, mightn't we? Along with a couple of other things for the party.
I think so. But yeah, I've now got a week or so off of work. So hopefully within the next sort of week, I'll be looking at maybe getting a few things for the party. Maybe potentially some merchandise, maybe if anybody's interested. So yeah, it'll probably be cash only on the day. We'll yet to finalise things like this. But basically these live streams basically serve as a chance for us to sort of waffle on and ramble about whatever's happening.
Yeah, and it's also to see if people are interested in that. So again, if you are interested and you are watching and you've watched a lot or whatever, obviously there's nothing released yet, but if that would be something that you would be interested in doing, then that would obviously be a massive help for us. Because, well, I don't know if you have spoken about it anywhere, but like with all the stuff that's happened since since we've hit 1,000 subscribers, obviously as YouTube works, you are able to like monetize videos and stuff like now.
I haven't spoken about it anywhere.
And but it's something that, is amazing, because I think the beginning of the year we were never expecting to even be in this position. So to kind of have that thing of, I don't know, I remember we were speaking at the beginning of the year, and probably in the first one of these that we did, it was like, oh, we'll get 1,000 by the end of the year, and maybe one day we could make it into a job. And I mean, it's no way near a job at the moment, but taking that little step into being able to get a paid sort of payback in a nice way, not in a horrible way, for the effort that you're putting in, I think is rewarding and is good.
Well, things as well, the money from monetization means then you can maybe upgrade equipment, like maybe get a couple more cameras or something, or
like
a gimbal,
like
or a drone or something,
or being able to go to other events and stuff, because you're like paying, it's paying it back to you for the effort that you're putting in. So I think that's
as much as
all steps in the right direction, and for things like merchandise, again, is even more of a help.
I was going to say, as much as many YouTubers like to sort of, I guess, promote their lives in this is the best possible thing ever, and obviously a lot of YouTubers like to sort of show the best sides of life, and I guess a live stream sort of allows us to show the more, I guess, realistic side. Obviously the videos obviously have an essence of it, but anyway, the fact is, obviously we're not made of money, we're not doing this full time.
No,
the videos sort of happen when they happen, because time constraints or restraints, whatever you would want to say, they don't always work in our favor. But hopefully one day these things will pay off. So exciting times.
Yeah.
Yes, Ian, you have done show organisation as well. You used to arrange the Minis in Northern Ireland mini show, getting venues, insurance awards, all the entry paperwork. It does take a lot of work. Yeah. As you've said, we've never organised an event like this before. I think
not on this scale.
I think we've done a bit of minor event.
I've done a lot of event planning through college courses and stuff, but it's very different when you've got a qualified teacher helping you, and they just kind of go, right, we're going to leave you to it, but check in with you every week.
Yes.
Whereas it's like, go and
play.
Be brave. You're 25, you can go and do it.
Get out there, yeah.
But yeah, I think hopefully it will be a really good day. So all the hard work will pay off, and we're just going to need a really long nap the next day, I think, aren't we?
I think so. I might be going to Thorpe Park the day after. I don't know.
I'm probably going to work, so I can't do that, but never mind.
Never mind, I got a few days off then before the Isle of Wight adventure.
Yeah.
God, we're talking about our September calendar already.
I know we are. We've skipped August entirely. Although I do keep thinking it's August every time. My friend and I were talking about it yesterday, and she kept going, "Oh, this month," and it's not this month. It's next month. Should we move on to August?
I think. Let's talk about August. What's happening in August?
Nothing. We've got nothing on the diary for the 6th and 7th, as far as I know.
No, not off the top of my head.
Which is quite rare for us, so we might take the opportunity to have a weekend to do something that we want to do aside from cars, as much as we love cars.
Yeah, I think Brands Hatch Mini Festival is on, but we're not going to be going to that this year, because I think really we've got quite a few mini events in the calendar, and one of the big things I had last year was going to all these mini events all around the country, whether it be east of England, south, west, Midlands was basically the furthest I went. You tend to see the same cars over and over and over, and if you're making a video of the whole event, you tend to get people going, "Oh, you've seen that car about 10,000 times this year already." And as lovely as it is to catch up with all these people, obviously own the cars, drive the cars, obviously maintain them as well, it doesn't necessarily make for the best viewing experience for you guys, and many of you want to see different events, and personally I'd like to showcase some of the smaller events as well. Yeah,
and also saying that, moving on to the next week, we are going to Brands Hatch the following week to go to Festival Italia, so it would be going Brands Hatch and back, and then
we did that last year, and it was very
it was a tough couple of weekends.
Yeah, it's tough going to all these events.
No, but it was a tough one because it's a lot of it's a long drive for us. It's probably the furthest from side to side that we can go, isn't it, really?
Time-wise, yeah, probably.
Yeah, and it's not a very nice bit on the M25, is it, let's be honest?
No, the M25 is a bit of a drag. Do not enjoy it, but again, you can't really avoid it when going to Brands Hatch.
No, I might try. I might avoid the motorway. We're going separately. We are both going.
Maybe that could be a race.
And I'm not racing you because you'll tootle down the motorway happy as Larry until you hit the Dover queues and then you're stuffed.
Dover's not near it.
Yeah, but they're probably still going to queue up. 6-hour queues. I think you're probably still on there.
God.
Hello, Hooked on Classics.
Nice for you
to join us. Thank you very much. Then the weekend after Festival Italia, we are heading to the Midlands. Yeah,
potentially. We're looking to go to Radwood, which I think's in the UK for the first time in I don't know how many years, but quite a few years. It's not an event I've ever heard of personally. I've seen a bit about it since I've seen the announcements for the UK one. It's quite popular in America from what I see. I'm sure somebody will comment in the chat and tell me how much of an idiot I am for not knowing about it already. But
that's Bicester, isn't it?
It's at Bicester Heritage this year, yeah. So looking to maybe take the Mini up to that, and then potentially the day afterwards we might be attending the meet at Jilk's Garage Cafe. Who is it? Oh, I can't remember who it is. I'm going to have to look it up.
Is it Connor?
It is a chap on Twitter called Connor Heath. He's holding
mildly interesting metal.
That's it, the mildly interesting meat. So you know it.
I had a chat with Connor when we were there at Jilk's last time.
Yeah, I did briefly as well. Yeah. But there's a lot of people to chat to.
I got in the way of his photo. That's how we got.
Oh, right.
I was taking a picture and so was he, and I didn't even notice.
A bit like at the late break show when Jason Plato stopped the crowd of people. Yeah.
That's my claim to fame. Jason Plato stopped a crowd of people for me to take a picture. I didn't know who he was, but he was being followed by a camera, so I assumed he was quite popular.
Yeah, just a bit. Just a bit. But yeah, no, Jason seems like a nice guy as well.
Yeah. And then after the Jilks stuff, we'll obviously be coming home. And then the following weekend is the end of August.
Yeah, bank holiday weekend as well. So there's quite a few to choose from for us.
Yeah, we want to kind of keep it local, not go too far.
No, I'm based in Wiltshire.
Based in Hampshire.
So
South Wiltshire though, so you're not too far.
No, so things in sort of Hampshire, Dorset, Wiltshire for us, what we would consider fairly local, I guess. So on the bank holiday weekend, you've got some racing at Thruxton potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the most likely event we'll go to on the Sunday is the Wilton Dorset car show, which we went. Well, did we both go? Yeah, we both went.
We both went. The whole family went last year.
Yeah, they did. We all went to last year then, which the very first one they've ever held. This year, the event's actually done really well last year, so they're now holding 2 meets. One at the Salisbury Racecourse and another one at, I think it's Herne near Bournemouth, where the airport is basically, if you don't know the area too well. So that's in September, the Herne one, but Salisbury one end of August. So we'll probably go to that one.
Mm-hmm.
But alternatively, if anyone's looking for events in and around that general area, you've got, I think, the Middle Wallop Fate, I think, has got a small car show there.
Is Henstridge Wings and Wheels that weekend as well? Is that what's on the Saturday?
Yes, that's the one. That's the other side of Shaftesbury, the west side of Shaftesbury.
Yeah.
And you've also got the Andover Festival of Motoring, so we're not exactly short of choice.
No, and there's also on the Monday, which my dad is attending, maybe my mum as well, but I think probably just my dad.
They're going with the A30?
They're going with the A30, go to the A30. It's going
which
down
hasn't really featured much on the channel yet, apart from brief mentions and a slight glimpse.
Yeah.
We'll have to do something a bit more with the A30, but...
Yeah. She's not been in many places, but she's going to Gosport. Is it Gosport? Yeah, Gosport.
Gosport. I always used to call it Gosport.
That'd
be annoying.
I can't think what it's called. I want to say Stokes Bay, but that might not be right. Hang on.
Well, whilst you're doing that, Matt's got a ticket for Radwood. He's not sure what car he's taking.
It's because you've got too much choice.
Ooh, sassy. No, you've obviously got quite a lot of choice there, Matt, whereas we've only got really the Mini that fits into that at the minute. Radwood 80s and 90s cars. So Mini's going. So, yay, hopefully. I have to get a ticket for that, actually, unless they're already sold out, in which case we won't be going. But we'll have a look at that in the next
organised.
few days. Anyway, what was your place?
It's the Gosport Vehicle Rally in Stokes Bay Road in Gosport on the Monday. If anybody is fancying a trip to Seaside on a Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, you do have to be there all day. There is restrictions on car movement, though, if anybody's interested. Let's get rid of some of these.
Okay. Hooked on Classics, glad to have found your channel, enjoying the content. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's been good.
Cornwall.
We've obviously had quite a few people come over to the channel from Hubnut, obviously with the announcement of the sauna previously.
Yeah, and just, the cool 150 from yesterday. Hello to all of you.
Yeah, it has gone up a little bit. So, yes, obviously for that, obviously massive
thanks.
Massive thanks to him, of course. Obviously, he's the one who actually bought the car, as I've mentioned already earlier. We filmed the car and uploaded it and just basically continue its YouTube story. So, yeah.
And Ian and Carly are both very much invested and quite often join us here as well. So, it's nice. And I'm sure we will be seeing more of them in the future.
Yes. It'd be good to see more of them.
We will, with their caravan and their broken and non-broken
I think
cars.
They're copying us slightly with their content.
Yeah, see, we're the real influencers.
Yeah, we've bought a trailer tent and it's broken our rear suspension. Yeah. No, we totally didn't do that back in January before it was cool, No, of course not. No salt. We love them, really. They're great people.
Hello, Finley, as well. I'm just going to forward
Yes, Finley. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's certainly getting a few numbers up tonight, haven't we? 16 people so far.
16. But we've only heard from 4.
Noisy tractor. It's farming season outside at the minute, so
just outside the window, not anywhere else, just outside this window.
Yeah.
The rest of you, say hello. Come on. We want to meet the people that come and join us on these lives. The whole thing we've said right from the beginning is this is a community, and that's why we do these videos, so that you guys can have a chat with us. And I think the only other way
amongst each other as well.
Yeah, the only other way that we would ever do it, that we could actually see you, is coming to the social events, or if we ever did like some sort of Zoom thing, bringing back 2020.
Yeah, that was a while ago now.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I've just missed Ian's comment as well. We'll be looking forward to seeing the photos of the social and the video. Gutted that you can't make it. Maybe another time, if next on the mainland. Well, hopefully, Ian, if this one is popular enough, we should be running a few more, hopefully over the next year. Nothing set in stone. We'll just see what happens with the first one.
Yeah.
But hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future, we should be running an event elsewhere. That was smooth, but
we have a pretty good turnout so far at the moment. Because obviously everybody's having to register from the in terms of numbers, because we are limited. Although it's quite a big number, the museum has asked for sort of as much as we can get specifics on the numbers so that they can control their numbers as well. So we do know who's coming, and we do know how many people are coming and how many cars are coming, or how many vehicles. We've got 1 bike so far. The rest of them are cars or vans.
But we've got quite a good little turnout so far.
Yeah,
but
we've done very well so far. But again, if you can't make it, and you know somebody who might want to or lives a little bit closer, then
spread the
word.
Let
them know. It'd be lovely to see them. Go back up a little bit.
Thoughts on the Fiat 500? I'll let you answer that
I
question.
like it. I like mine anyway.
Yeah, why do you like them?
Well, I've only ever driven Fiat 500s.
Really? Apart from the Corsa briefly.
Yeah, I went like twice in the Corsa and I didn't like it. No, I like my Fiat 500. Why do you ask, Finley? Is there a particular reason?
Yeah, looking at your picture, you're obviously a Citroen fan. Do you like the Fiat 500 as well? Have you got one?
Yeah.
You might do.
What colour is it if you do? I'm just a bit nosy.
You
hello.
want to get to know your Fiat 500 friends?
Yeah, I want some friends. Tempted to buy a 500 and have a 2CV. Oh, exciting. What colour's your 2CV? So I'm going with girl question. So what colour is it? Robin. Hello, Robin. No, I don't think I've seen your name before. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, they're a hub nutter then.
I'm a hub nutter. I live in Plymouth. Oh, nice. I've been to Plymouth.
So have I. I like Plymouth.
I just remember I put a picture on Instagram of Plymouth Hoe, and one of my friends went, "What, you?" I was like, that sounds good. We'll have to write that one down.
The Mount, is that
Edgecombe? Edgecombe. That sounds like a train noise. I'm going to take a picture of that so that we can look it up later. Ooh.
There's quite a few events down in Cornwall, really.
I'm also going to do our live picture.
Devon.
Smile. There we go.
But yeah, there's quite a few events down that way, and we haven't really explored down that way yet on the channel.
I've not really been down there at all, apart from for one holiday, I think.
I've been down there quite a few times as a child. Many family holidays spent down there, but not really been down there since I passed my driving test about 7 or 8 years ago. So it's definitely an area we need to explore, and of course seeing the chaps at Car Throttle as well when they went down there in their £500, I think it was first car challenge cars, if I remember rightly. It certainly got me wanting to go down to that area again, so definitely have to organise something down there. There's loads of places I want to go and explore, but just haven't either A, found the time, or B, can...
Yeah, we just need to
just
quit work and do a sabbatical.
We just need to just say, right, going,
yeah.
go.
Going and go.
Yes.
Let's go back up a little bit. If you like a 500, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the video of mine on the channel, which was back in
last year.
Whenever.
I think it was about September, July, August last year.
Yeah, scroll back a little bit.
The review, was it?
Yeah. Scroll back a little bit and have a look. They're pretty good cars. I've only driven mine, and my mum's got a launch 2020 hybrid model.
Which we'll have a review on it at some point, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, and my cousin's got one as well, but I've not driven hers. So we're a bit of a Fiat family.
I also have a Fiat.
And yeah, I like them. The only inconvenience is if you are getting people in and out the back quite frequently, whether that be children or grown-ups, it's a bit annoying, but I've never really found too many problems with it. But then I don't pack it full of 4 people particularly often. No. I think it's only happened twice. So
no, that was the thing when I bought the Panda. I wanted a car which was going to have 4 doors at least. Obviously, with the Panda, it's 5 doors, obviously tailgate.
Yeah,
it's a tiny bit more practical than the 500 as well, because it's completely boxy. It's not got.
It depends on what kind of styling you like, though. Because if you like the 2CV styling of the
more rounded,
then
of it, I guess.
The 500. To be fair, if you've got a 2CV and it does what you need it to, you can't go far wrong with the 500.
No, saying it was a little bit more rusty than white, but yeah, unfortunately, vehicles that era, obviously they're at that age now where rust is a big problem. I mean, my Mini, although many people comment on it and say it's nice, and then for the majority of it, it is quite nice, but there are little spots of rust coming up through it. So over the winter, it might be having a bit of work done.
It's just like humans getting wrinkles, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's 31.
She is 31 this year.
Yeah.
Already 31.
Already 31. You missed that boat.
I'll have to take the 0 off, put a 1 now on the side.
I like the minivan and the Sana film. Any content on that? And we have, as Matt has replied already, we haven't got anything, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Next time we're up doing something with the Sana, maybe we can have a little scoot around Matt's workshop.
Is it a mini Clubman Estate? I think it is. I don't think it's a van, that one, but I think it's a Clubman Estate, which Matt may have already sold on somebody. I'm not sure.
Well, don't answer for him. He's doing it himself.
He's going through
He's there.
Matt's on it. Matt's on it more than we are. Modern car, Fiat Panda 2020.
The 2CV
yes,
is meant to be white, but it's more rusty. Oh dear.
Robin has a Panda.
I'm getting there. Oh yes, very nice. Ooh, Morris Minor is good too.
Yes, I like the Morris Minor. Ian had a Fiat 500 1.2 as a hire car a few years ago when I was in the Malverns to visit the Morgan factory. That's a good little tour as well. I've done that. I like the Morgan factory.
I'd get an Abarth if I was going to keep the same size car. I'd get an Abarth because I like the power and the noise.
That's the one thing you've
like girl racer.
That's the one thing you've noticed with obviously the 100 HP Panda. It's obviously not quite the same as an Abarth. It's not as quick. It's never going to be, but it's certainly
a bit more throaty.
A little bit quicker than yours as well. Obviously, with it having.
Although people 100. Do compliment mine.
Yours is still quite
with
fun.
The noise, because I've got a cheeky exhaust thing on the back.
Yours is very fun. I like driving your car.
Feel free. Worst courtesy car from the garage. I've never had a courtesy car.
No, I haven't either.
Oh, there we go then. He's got too many cars. He doesn't need a courtesy car.
Basically, drop mine off, get somebody in the family to bring me back, and then I'll drive all the others.
I've never needed one because I've never had anything that major done to my car, aside from when I took it up to your mechanic.
Yes.
And then I was here, so Jake.
I could drive around, and now you're insured on the Mini, so you can always use that if you needed to.
There we go. That's something else that's happened in July. Yes. I got insured on Millie.
Yes, insurance renewals and...
Yeah, Panda's too expensive. Millie is fine.
Yeah, but obviously if we're not living together at the minute, but had we been living together, I probably would have paid the extra to have you on because...
I wouldn't, because
it might...
highly unlikely that I'd be driving it.
Maybe, but if you're living together, you've maybe got a bit more of a chance of it happening. But we've always said if something happened to me, say if I went to a show and broke a leg or something, we can always temporarily insure you on the Panda to get us home. It's not a problem. It's just, if you've got something like that, deal with it at the time. Hello, Mark. Welcome.
Hello, Mark. Oh, the 2CV's been off the road. Yeah.
Oh.
Get
it back on. We like 2CVs on this channel. We need to have a look at
reviewing we need to go and have a look at that one down the road that's all different colours. Yes,
there's one around that comes up quite frequently on Twitter, at least. That's not too far away from me. It's got I think it's a sprayed-on image or hydrographic image of the Village People, the band. Most well known for the song about the YMCA.
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people on Twitter get why it's got it. I mean, I can't say I understand it either, but everybody's got their own choices, and that's obviously they're allowed to put whatever they want to put on their car. In the same way, I've got Scooby-Doo on the back of my Renault, Yeah, I got a little Scooby graphic, even though it's mostly meant for a Subaru, because Scooby-Doo.
You like Scooby-Doo?
I do like Scooby-Doo. Great TV show.
Oh, it's a comment. You are right. Sold pending payment.
Offered a Morris Minor and said no. £500, but my friend was selling it, so I was told it was free.
Oh, I'd have said yes to that one.
Depends when it was, though. It's like somebody coming up to us now and saying, "Hey, do you want this BMW Mini?" And in 10 years' time, it might be worth £1 million.
Yeah, but for a car for nothing.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Alex Assets went to the Morgan factory. It's a fantastic. Yeah, I've never even heard of it. Never even knew it was a thing.
Well, the Morgan factory tour?
Yeah.
Really?
How would I know? I'm very new to this scene. I don't know.
Your dad's into cars. I thought
yes, but we had a little bit of a hiatus, didn't we, for about 20 years between when I was small and now. So you've reignited his love for buying vehicles and classic cars.
What can I say? The Mini has a bit of an influence on people. As well as me talking about cars all the time, but that's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Morgan factory...
Whoa, don't keep talking because we're losing comments. Right, carry on.
Morgan factory tour, great little thing.
Where is it?
I will take you up into Malden in the Midlands. It's just south of Worcester. So next time we go up to the Midlands, stay with relatives up there, maybe we'll have to go.
Should we take your nan with it?
Could do. Don't know whether she'd understand it too much. She's not very up on cars. We could
put a Morgan badge on her wheelie.
Be a Morgan three-wheeler.
There you go. Bright orange. Pretty.
Oh, gosh.
Just returned home with a freshly... Oh, MOT'd. I read that really weirdly. I was like, what's a moted?
Moted.
Mark 1 Escort camper.
Ooh, I like an Escort as well. That's going to be taken out of context, isn't it, if somebody watches this video?
Do you? Right, okay. And I'm not the Escort.
MOT Mark 1 Escort camper, yes. I like those.
I don't know what they look like.
Is it a van that's been converted, or was it always a camper? Where's Cortina hooked on?
Guys, slow typing. We can't keep up.
Don't tell them to stop typing.
No, I didn't say stop typing. I said slow typing.
Where's
like
Cortina?
My dad.
We need to have Mark 3 Cortinas. Mark 3 Cortina, yes, we know Mr. Coleman of the Rubbish Mechanic YouTube channel. He's very much into his Cortinas and Grenades and things, so go and check him out as well. It's about restoring mine, not done it as it's stupid money at the specialist. Yes, trying to get a vehicle restored.
Hello, car nerd.
Yes.
Nice for you to join us.
Getting a car restored is very pricey.
Yes.
But, I think some of them, depending on obviously which garage you may choose, some of them are really very good, others vary, I guess. It's all a bit of a luck of the draw, but I think if you like the car enough and you think it's worth the money, definitely go ahead and get it restored.
Yeah.
Whether it be even a partial restoration, do it over time. It's, as I've said in videos before, going to events with a car that's maybe a work in progress, at least as long as it's legal and safe, of course, always better than just leaving it sat at home in the garage where nobody can see it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's always the chance you'll get somebody who goes, "Oh no, it's rubbish because it's currently work in progress." It's not mint, but it's time to go away, basically.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Your opinion is that it's worth being there, so Yours is the most important at the time.
Yeah, it's your car.
Moving on. If you had to pick, I'm assuming one car each, no money, what would you pick? I'm assuming money, no object. I'm going to read into that. If that's wrong, Carno, please let me know.
One car,
money, no
object.
Oh God, I'm going to be here for hours.
Well, the thing is, I can just list off many that I think would be brilliant.
No, one.
I know. I want something that's going to be practical because I'm just that sort of person. One car. Yeah, I know, boring. It doesn't have to be boring, though. Let's go for something that's going to be practical but somewhat spacious. Megane RS. Why not?
Don't even know what that looks like.
Sporty.
Obviously. Practical and sporty.
Practical and sporty. A bit like the Panda.
French.
Bit like the Panda. That's practical and sporty. The only problem with it is quite a small car. If you want something, obviously it gets
It's all right.
a bit bigger.
We'll compare it with mine. If I had mine, I'd get a Land Rover Defender 110 or a Series 2A, Series 2.
So we'll have to do a comparison video between the Panda and the 500.
Yeah.
So they're built on the same platform as well. So it'd be interesting to see what the differences are.
So you could have a small sporty car or a smaller sporty car, and I'll just have a great big wagon. There we go.
Mum-mobile.
Don't know what you've got planned.
No, me either.
Oh, I've lost it now. Where are we? I had a 1.6 saloon. Okay, hello.
Sorry, I was about to point.
Been to Morgan and
Jaguar tours.
Very different, but really interesting. I'd like to do some factory tours because we went past the mini one. You couldn't do that because of COVID, but
no. When did we go past that one? Was that on the way back from SMMT? Wasn't it? Yeah. Of course, having a mini as well. I'll be quite interested to see how the new minis are.
Take John with us.
Yes.
So his own car was built.
Yeah, one of my friends has just bought himself a second-hand 2011 Mini Countryman diesel.
Yeah, you said Countryman, not Clubman.
I know. I've been calling it a Clubman for the last week. It's been really embarrassing, but he's got one of those. So I think maybe we'll have to organise a mini day out with us too. Maybe even get West Country Minis involved if they're interested.
Yeah, go for the big group.
Yeah, how's about that, Matt?
Also to the Crossall. Crossall. It is an L, not an I. Crossall Racing Car Factory here in Belfast.
Amazing. Yeah. I don't actually know much about that.
I think we need to plan a long weekend in Northern Ireland. That is a great plan. Let's do that. Once we bought the calendar, we'll put a date in the diary. How about that? Ian, let us know when you're free.
Also, maybe when we go to the Isle of Wight, we might be visiting Kev of the Gentleman's Motor Racing team, or at least meeting up with him at some point. So hopefully, fingers crossed, see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Be nice
we
to
can
go
to
see
the Crossall Racing Car Factory. Never
No.
heard of it before, but it sounds interesting.
Hooked on Classics learned how to weld on their own car. It's an impressive skill, welding. Yeah, I've learned in as an evening course, which was quite fun. I've never actually welded on a car yet because I haven't necessarily had the chance to yet. And with Millie, really, as a first attempt to weld on a car, I don't want to because it's my show vehicle, which I think is understandable.
Yeah, that's fair.
But hopefully one day when we get to doing maybe the Renault,
enough to do it.
get to working on the Renault, maybe even on the Sano, who knows? Maybe I'll be taught to weld on that.
Yeah, Matt is a fountain of knowledge.
He does.
Learn lots of
and
things
is.
from Matt. He does.
He does and is.
Oh, gosh. I've lost it now. It would was the beginning. It would be the 2CV shop at Warminster's. I'm in Dorset. Oh, not very far away, Finley.
Warminster, and I'm in Dorset, and I want it solid and usable. Warminster is not that far away. It's only an hour.
Not even that.
No, it's not that far away.
Oh, maybe you
Maybe
can
we'll
come
bump
to the
into you at
party,
some point.
Finley. You're not very far away.
No,
Come and say hello. Bring your, not 2CV because it doesn't work. Bring your 500 when you bought one. Or you can come and see mine in the flesh and you can have a poke around. Yeah.
Carno says that's right.
That's right. Lol.
Ian agrees with Matt with the road trip. Yeah, we do need to go to Northern Ireland.
We do. We've been saying it for like over a year now. We need to do it.
My legs out,
Yeah, we're getting pins and needles. We need to also find a better place to do these lives.
We do.
On a bed.
Mark 1 Escort has got a Devon Camper Conversions plate on it. Ah, okay. So it has been converted into it. That sounds interesting. I've actually seen one Escort van as a camper. I'd be interested.
I can't even think what an escort van looks like.
Let the team know.
I'm the brains behind the operation.
Panda 100.
I think that's the car they would choose. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, you're not wrong with the Panda 100. You can't really go too wrong with them. They're reliable. At least I found mine to be reliable. And my mum had a 1.2 Panda for about 11 years before that. So, yeah, they're fully reliable cars. And the reason she sold it is because it just wasn't needed anymore, basically. So that was that. One car, proper, an update to your A6. Yes, good choice, Matt. The A6 is definitely really a practical car.
I see Ian's gone down my route here. Experts, Austin Healey 3000, not very practical, not great fuel economy, but with money is no option. See, he's picking decent cars, no practicality and sensible thinking here.
If you have to have something that does everything...
That was not in the criteria. It was just one car, money, no object. They didn't say they had to get rid of the rest of them. We're on the same wavelength, whoever it was that asked that question. Learned to drive in a Mark 1 Escort in 1976. That was a little bit before
Matt says West Country Minis are always interested in things like that, so mini factory tool West Country Minis may not be out of the question. Let's
do it. We'll get on the pots and pans later.
Pots and pans. Nobody else is going to know what you mean by that.
That's okay.
The 2CV is and was your first car. Oh, that's sweet. I can understand that, wanting to keep it and just get it back up and running.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The Fiat 500 is my first car. There you go.
If you get the 2CV restored, Finn, you'll have to meet up with the French vehicles at some point. That'd be good.
Can I come?
Yes, you can, even though you haven't got a French vehicle. Mini is on the cards. We didn't have time the last time we were in England. No, that's the problem. That's the problem, isn't it? When you come over or go over to a different country,
too much to look at all in one go. But we're not that far away, and you just have to come back over.
Proton Classics doesn't like the modern Mini. It's way too big. It's fair enough. But everyone's allowed to have their opinion.
It was one of the options because I wanted a Mini, and my mum and dad said that they weren't classic Minis weren't safe enough for my first car. When I was learning to drive, I think they're a little bit more up for it now. It's fine.
Wonder why.
So I was looking at a modern Mini, but I went and looked at them and I just didn't like them. They are too big for something that's called a Mini. It's huge, and the Countryman's even bigger.
Yeah. Speaking of which, because my friends now got one, I might be reviewing it. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to know specifically about a Countryman, let us know.
Yeah.
Whether it be on this.
They're also coming to the Isle of Wight Adventure.
On Twitter. And yes, they come to the Isle of Wight Adventure and the Fuel Power Party, respectively.
Yeah.
Crossley. That's it. Not Crossle. Croissant.
What? That's French.
I know.
Stuck on French now.
Kev is on site for the Isle of Wight event. That's good. But yes, it'd be good to catch up with Kev again, Matt. Last time I saw him was Castle Coombe for Rally Day.
Met him.
Both Ian and I had a drive around the track with him as passengers. Obviously, he was driving competitively as well. Quite fun. An
875cc Alfa Romeo Mito twin-air, fantastic fuel.
Alfa Mito.
I'm sorry.
They're good little cars.
We mispronounce everything between us. So.
Yeah, between us we do well.
It's the Midland Southern Divide, though.
But yeah, I think the twin air, is that a Fiat engine in that? I'm probably going to upset every Alfa Romeo owner ever to say that, but I know Fiat have developed obviously a twin air engine with the 500, but it might be shared. Of course, Fiat do own Alfa Romeo, so it's likely they share engines, even if slightly different parts on them. My buddy Craig is a 500 twin air. It's a great motor. See, the 500 twin air is a good little car as well.
Was it Craig that went to go and get the Sana?
I think it was Craig that briefly featured in Matt's Sana collection caper video.
Yeah. I can make myself available. Just let me know. Okay, we'll have a chat and we'll get something sorted.
We need to go to Northern Ireland now.
Yes. The Crossall tour is still available.
It'll be too much money to get both done. I'm looking at something cheap deliberately to get me by until the 2CV is done and then save for a Fiat 500. Fair enough. Probably I'm going to stick with what I know here. The Pandas are quite good little cars for £500 or something. They're not too expensive these days.
eBay's your best friend.
eBay, even potentially Auto Trader. You can have a look and find cars for under
Facebook
£500.
Marketplace.
Yeah, you can get some good cars.
Well, he's
on
not
there.
said 500, but it's just cheaper. Than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get, say, a Panda, they drive fairly similarly to the 500 in 1.2 guys or whatever, or 1.1.
Yeah.
Even 1.4, they're the same engine shared between them. So if you're looking to get a 500 and it was a bit out of budget at the minute, a Panda would be a good starting point to then eventually go on to the 500.
Yeah.
I think. At least that's my opinion.
Very nice.
I remember the Escort camper. Yeah, I don't. I'm a bit too young to remember it, unfortunately. Apart from the Mark IVs. There's quite a lot of those when I was growing up. I
didn't really pay attention to cars.
I know.
And also, if I did pay attention to cars, it was minis because that's all I saw. So it's a mini. I agree with you, Ian. A Volvo V70R would be quite interesting.
Oh, he has a point with that. That's a really good little car. Big car, even.
I was going to say it's not little. No. We've been looking at Volvos, actually. We had a bit of a fun time in the... that sounds weird. An enjoyable day
drive
with the estate Astra. There we go. Got there in the end.
Well done.
And we then got into a bit of a wormhole, like looking at estates. I love a Volvo. I love an
estate. So there we go.
Volvo estate sorted.
Between us, sorted. Then we get a Volvo as the next car.
The postman made you an offer on the 2CV. Oh, what? The cost of a first-class stamp? Like,
postman, hello. I'll give you this letter in
exchange for your car. Was his bag really heavy that day? Is that what we wanted?
Yeah. Well, we went to Bromley earlier this year. Again, we haven't put that video out. That needs to go out at some point. We actually got offers for both our little caravan and for the Panda there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, though, we know Amber of Driven 24/7. Her dad, I think he might have sold it now.
Maybe it was to that man.
Had a Panda 100 HP, and so we were like, well, they're here with us today and on the same stand at least. They actually have a Panda 100 for sale. Go and talk to them.
Yeah.
So I think they
did catch up with them in the end.
They might well have done.
Amber wasn't there at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, we haven't heard my arms. Sometimes I'm wearing a tank top.
Yeah, farmer's tans coming out.
Who are?
They're a great engine, perfect for the times to do with the fuel price, and it's fun to drive great engine, great cars. Cool.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
I think that's the Panda. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got two of them, one in pale blue and one in white. I've lost track of what it is. Hello, car nerd, otherwise known as Craig. There we go. It's nice
my name is Craig as well. Oh my gosh. It's Craigception.
Craig's and Matt's. At least Finley's got a different name.
Yeah. The one thing we've established in the car scene is that everyone's called Ian or Matt.
Yeah. Craig now, it seems. Or Tom. There's quite a lot of Toms going around.
Lots of Toms. Yeah, we have a friend called Tom who's got an Abarth, which we've actually reviewed on the channel late last year. November last year, and it appeared early this year, actually. Yeah. I think.
Was it not the first video that went up this year?
It might well have been.
It was the 500 subscriber special.
Yeah, God, we've come a long way since then. I haven't even done a 1,000 subscriber special yet.
It will happen. We'll make it all cinematic and fancy, and it can be like 3 years later.
It'll be like the belated 1,000 subscriber special or
1,
something.
1,000 plus a few more thousand.
Yeah. The intention was because going into this year, the channel was obviously 500 subscribers. I thought, I'll have a little while, but we didn't quite count on the amount of people that come over for the sauna.
Yeah, we'll blame that on that one.
But we didn't expect one of our friends to be buying a sauna and say, hey, do you want to film this? So, never mind. I can't exactly say I'm ungrateful for it.
It's in the Mito Mito is in the 500 and the Panda.
Yes.
I'm just going to call it a Mito now because I can't remember the reason
now.
Mito, okay.
Mito. I like the Mito.
Is the 0.9 engine in Fiat's. My cousin had two
Panda
Twinners, and the 16 Reg he still has is the last ever Panda. Whoa, that's a claim.
That really is, because they stopped production I think not that long ago, maybe a year or two ago. No, we had a friend as well who had a 500 Twin Air.
How can it be a year or two ago when his 16 Reg he still has the last ever Panda?
So I'm thinking 2016 was a year or two ago. It wasn't.
No, that was a long time.
No, one of our friends had a 500 Twin Air, it was, I think, and the gearbox ended up blowing up, and that was that for it, unfortunately. So it's a shame.
He joins us on here. He's obviously driving back from
Festival of the Unexceptional. It's been a busy day, so
thank you for joining us. especially if you did go.
Yes.
Hugnuts wants to road test my Alpha. So, oh, exciting!
Yeah, that will be exciting.
Ooh. Found a Panda on eBay for £500. It's a 59 reg.
Can't go wrong with that.
That's not bad. What's yours? 2008.
Mine's 08. Yeah.
Mine's 09. So
my
right.
mum's Panda 1.2 in white was also 59 reg. So I'm not saying it is. It probably isn't, but
you never know. He's localish,
and the car wasn't too far away from here. So
there you go.
I would like to see that car again. And if I could, I would honestly review that car just because of the connection.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it back necessarily. Unless you said I'm going to scrap it tomorrow. I'd be like, no, you can't scrap it. I like it. I get too sentimental over cars.
You do. Love pandas. We love pandas.
Yeah, I love pandas.
I drove a Fiat 500 at Bath. Great fun to throw around. Yeah, that's what you did. Throw it around the New Forest. Oh, poor ponies. No ponies were harmed. It was just a bit
in the
noisy.
making of this film. What is that? Tom's one.
Yeah.
It is quite a loud one. That you can certainly hear it quite
very
far away.
The post. Oh look, there you go. The postman offered his lunch and £10.
Oh wow. Oh, Matt's got a good question. What are the next 3 videos to go live? Genevieve, you can answer this because you have the piece of paper in front of you.
It depends on what Jake edits, but we have a little, quite long fleet update.
We don't do them that often, so we thought we'd try and get as many of the fleet in as possible.
I think every member of the fleet is mentioned, if both the fleet and also
Slightly extended
fleet as well.
By which you mean ones owned by members of family and possibly friends as well, which are featured on the channel, but maybe in a lesser light, I suppose, compared to sort of the main few, like your 500, my Panda Mini Caravan, the C5, which I also have, which I don't know how many of you have maybe seen that. That's currently in many bits.
Matt had a few updates as well. So
Matt did, yep. So look out for that
segment.
next week at some point, early next week.
We have the video from Wilton Wake Up.
Mm-hmm.
They'll both be next week.
Yeah.
And then the one after that will be either the review or simply Italian.
Do you want to say what the review is going to be of, or should we?
I've already said it, haven't I?
Of course you have. Yeah.
It's an Astra, Vauxhall Astra Estate, 2007. Is that right?
Yes, 2007.
See, he does all the talking and I listen, and he says I don't listen, but I do.
I'll think about that then, because of course the car's not here anymore.
It's gone to car heaven.
It might have done. Who knows? It might still be around. Depends whether the
garage. It's a donor vehicle.
It depends whether the garage looked at it and went, "You've done a good job cleaning it."
Yeah, we cleaned it, and
we did actually clean
immediately looked much better.
What was your best car show you've ever been to, and what car stood out the most to you? That's a good question. Best car show you've ever been to. Do you want to answer that first as someone who's fairly new to this scene? Or
what do you mean? I go way back. Me and the car scene go back to like 1999.
Okay. The one that I have enjoyed most, and I'm not saying this because Matt's here, but it's probably the Isle of Wight's mini adventure, because you've got obviously the car show at the Isle of Wight airport at Sandown. The adventure to the Isle of Wight is basically a trip around the Isle of Wight. It's up to you. You can do what you want to do there. It's not just a case of you have to come to the airport. The adventure is literally exploring the Isle of Wight. But on the Saturday and Sunday morning, I think as well, they have a road run for all the minis that turn up if you want to join in. So
he'll take his marketing payment later, Matt. Don't worry. That's fine.
But no, seriously, I do actually really enjoy that event. It's one of the highlights of the year for me.
It is good.
And as I say, I'm not just saying that because Matt's here. It is generally a really good event.
I like anything that's like a I think the best one that I've ever been to was the Convoy for Heroes. I think it's a Help for Heroes thing run in its Land Rovers. My dad is Land Rover crazy, among other things. And it's between that and London to Brighton. I like anything that's like a what's it called? Convoy, like just anything. Yeah, convoy. Anything just sort of following a route and ending up at somewhere. The London to Brighton was really good, also because I like Brighton, and it's a great place. We used to go. It was October, so it's absolutely freezing, but we'd stay in a tent and have a proper little camp out, and just me and my dad. And I think that was really nice. Mm. It was something that I said probably those. Yeah, London to Brighton Land Rover was probably my favourite. But the Convoy for Heroes was hilarious. That was just on an airfield. I want to say that was like Stratford or something like that.
Might have been.
But we used to decorate the cars with flags and lights and big flagpoles on the back. So much so that one time we were told to take the flagpole down because they kept hitting something that was like in the. But there was competitions and stuff like that, and we had a quiz there as well on one of those. And one of the questions was the production name for the Range Rover P38. And I had gained that nugget of information somewhere along the lines and showed up all of these big Range Rover, Land Rover fans and won the quiz alongside the two other people that we didn't know that were really up on Coronation Street and soaps. So we won some wine, and I was about 14, so didn't benefit from it.
Shall we say a few notable additions, I guess, notable events as well that we're really going to? BMC and Leyland Show, that's always a highlight. Do enjoy going to that one. The mini event at Bewley. Quite like that one, but that's obviously because that's where we met. So, a bit of history.
Anything at Bewley, I think, is nostalgic for us as well, because it's the place that we went as a child, or certainly where I went as a child. It's very like a nostalgic place.
I also like Festival Italia.
I found that quite overwhelming last year, but I'm hoping to enjoy it a bit more this year. I think getting general sort of a little bit of anxiety from a lot of people and a lot of stuff, especially if it's not something that I know very much about, I think I struggled with. It
was one of the first major events you came with me to, wasn't it, really? So, and
it was very different as well, like not going in my car, we went in your car, people asked me questions about it and I had no idea what was going on. I'd known you for 2 months, so I had no idea what anything was.
And I was never been to Brands either, so it was all new. And
we went the week before to go to Mini.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll rephrase. Never been to Brands before.
It must have been.
No, it was the other way around.
It was the other way around last year, yeah, because I remember being more overwhelmed at that than the Mini Fest.
Yeah.
Emails.
It's all right.
Right, let's go back because we've been wittering for a while. Sorry.
Car of the show. What car of the show did we like at Isle of Wight last year? Or I like? I'm pretty sure if memory serves me correctly, because it's been to quite a few of them now. There's a Mini with the Italian job mural on the bonnet, and I thought that was a really nice looking car. I like that one a lot. I think you know which one I mean.
Yes,
I honestly can't remember whether it was last year or the year before. But
what is this? Sorry, best car ever.
Best car at a show. Probably your favourite. Let's just say the event that you like the most.
Well, see, the thing is, the shows that I've said that were the best ones that I liked, they don't really have
a car of the show.
But I like a forward control. I do like those. I think if we had all the space in the world, I'd get one of those and turn it into a camper, which I think would be really cool.
I approve.
Isle of Wight Adventure car, best car, Millie. Oh, but not ours.
Oh, Matt. Not our Millie.
The Panda was yellow.
Panda was yellow on eBay. Was in Kent. No, definitely not my mum's old Panda then. 44,000 miles. Really, definitely not. Hers had about 115,000 miles on it when we sort of parted ways. It's still going. It's still got an MOT, though.
You split up with the car.
Yeah. By the way, Ian's going to have episode 2 of Project C5 in his channel in the next couple of weeks. It was a busy day in the garage today getting that one filmed.
Oh, exciting. We watched one of your videos this morning. The, what was it called? The
Wellington, I think it was. I'm going to have to look it up.
Cavalcade or something like that.
Cavalcade.
There we go. Getting all the words wrong tonight. So yeah, head to Ian's channel. It's Team Ballylock Classics. So I'm assuming you can probably just click on the
name on this.
Oh, no,
maybe not. Maybe in the chat.
Oh, we could put you in timeout. And go all full teacher mode, put you in timeout.
Don't put him in timeout.
But yeah, Team Ballylock Classics. Go and check out Ian if you want to have a look at Mini C5 General Northern Irish Car Show.
It's all good stuff over there. Best car show for Ian was Goodwood Revival. Yes, that's a good one.
I mean, Retro Rides is pretty good. Never been to Goodwood otherwise.
Retro Rides is a good event.
We just like car shows, and people are great at car shows. Like, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, you had loads of people talking to you about the caravan.
Oh yeah, loads.
Retro Rides.
That
Whilst I went
Bromley,
off and
I think
filmed.
I was talking for about 3 hours at Bromley. Every time somebody came over, it was like, blah, 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 blah.
Well, the one thing I found amazing was obviously with the caravan, if you follow the build of it, you'll see we've got stickers of Fuel Power logo on the side of it and everything. And we had one guy come over to us and say that, oh, is this the caravan from the channel? I think he'd seen us at Retro Rides, actually.
Yeah.
But of course, we went to Retro Rides with the Mini, and to Bromley was at the Fiat.
Yeah.
So it was, obviously didn't quite recognise it at first.
You or me getting messages?
Might be you.
No,
You're more. Oh, is it me?
it's you. You're more popular than I am.
Let's have a look. What else have we got? We've got quite a few still.
Worst MOT garage. I found Holfer's lied about rust on a previous car. There was no rust at all. And then ATS lied about windscreen wipers not touching. They were fine and working on testing. Oh. I mean, we both used local garages.
Yeah.
We don't go to major companies.
The MOT garage I use is one that my dad's used since we moved down to the south of England in about 2000. So
just 22 years.
We've been there for quite a few years.
And you've also had quite a number of cars in that time, so they've done different cars.
Not really.
Well, you've got 2 to 3 that have been used just under your ownership. Never mind any of the others.
Well, over the years, we've had the Vauxhall Astra Mum had.
Is it going to be more than 5?
A few.
That's quite a few.
The Panda, the Renault, the Sandero, the Mini, and the 100 HP. 6 cars over 22 years.
And they hasn't MOT'd mine yet.
No. But he's a good guy. I like him.
We've just recently changed MOT garage. Because they were bought out by a company. The one that we originally used was bought out by a company, and they weren't the best. So we went back to a local one that's even more local. We can actually walk to it now. So drop the car off and walk home.
That's convenient.
But yeah, it depends on where you are. I would always go to somewhere smaller rather than a major name, because they can afford to rip you off or whatever. So
because they don't necessarily worry so much about losing your customer if you're not happy so much. Whereas a smaller, more local one. And
it's always good because you can get to know them, I don't know, potentially not necessarily the MOT, but some of the other stuff you can get deals or whatever with them. So, and they also tend to get things much quicker, like parts and stuff. They tend to get it within a couple of days rather than a couple of weeks. Because it was that MOT garage, which is why I used Jake's mechanic. It was the same garage that I used at home. I had my car for a week and didn't even look at it. And I took it to Jake's mechanic, but the mechanic Jake uses, and within 2 days it was fixed. So.
Well, I remember when I had a coil go on the Renault, when it was my only car, I needed it quickly to come back. Luckily, it literally went about 2 minutes away, so I managed to get it to the garage. And it was it must have been about 5:15 at this point. And he had a look online and his usual suppliers, and they said they haven't got one tonight, but they will have one in stock tomorrow morning, so I'll fit it by 10 o'clock. And true to his word, he did. So I went and picked it up about 11, 12 o'clock the next day. So yeah, local garages, fully recommend them. So in my experience, my best garage is also my worst because I've only used one.
Right, let's moving on to that.
Took my Morris Minor on a London to Brighton back in 1980 something and loved it.
I think London to Brightons are good. I think they've had a couple of bad reps from the Mini one, but I think it's just so popular now. It's also, I think they're going to be not priced out of Brighton, but if there's too much stuff, there's too many one-way systems, there's not enough parking. The parking that they are having to use is too expensive, and it's just getting a little bit out of hand. They're going to have to pick somewhere either more remote so they can park in a field and then have a bus into Brighton or something. But
not to mention the starting point with the ultra low emission zones and all that constantly expanding. At some point it will probably.
Yeah, they'll have to do Oxford to Southampton or something.
Might well do.
Although that's another thing that we have spoken about, doing one slightly further west. No, coming up with our own.
Oh yes. More on that later on.
Yeah.
Maybe not today, but
future video. It's something that we can certainly consider, and if people are that way, if they're West Country based or whatever, then come and join us.
Sorry, I'll scroll down too quickly.
You guys, we've got chatty people tonight. It's lovely.
Sorry, we're not used to this much interaction. Warringstown Cavalcade. That was a huge event. Yes, it looked absolutely massive.
Yeah, lots of tractors.
Lots of tractors, lots of cars, classics, few moderns. I really want to come over and see that. If it's on again, I'm sure it will be on again next year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to plan a road trip in for when that happens.
Oh gosh, it's going to be very hard to plan all these things to happen and not miss other things in England.
Well, a bit of variety never hurt.
True. Love to go to Goodwood. Need to go next year. Goodwood is great. I mean, have you been for anything else?
Been for the Festival of Speed. I've never been for Revival, but I've been for Festival of Speed a few times. Well, I know
my dad would like to go to Revival. That's like his bucket list.
Is that with the van?
Mm.
Not as much.
Yeah, he'd like to do that as a kind of, not that anything's happening, but like one of the things he'd like to do is the Revival. And I know that if he was going to do that, then we would all be invited because he's he's nice like that. So yeah, Goodwood I think would be somewhere I'd like to spend a bit more time, and also I'd like to go to the races at Goodwood rather than
the actual races around the circuit are quite good.
No, not cars, horses.
Sorry.
But just generally that kind of, it's not very far away from home, so it's quite, it's what, an hour and a half?
From here it's about an hour and a quarter, so
we'll round it up, hour and a half. Friday night traffic. And yes, it's not too far away, and I've only been once and I was 25, so just make more of an effort. I would never use a chain garage. I would prefer test centres that only do tests and not repairs. Yep. Garages. See, I think, Finney, you're going to have to go independent garage. The general consensus is independent.
Hooked on Classics, their garage is independent. Yeah, there seems to be a lot for the smaller, more local and independent garages. I mean, my mechanic, he's a massive fan of his old sort of classic tractors and general farming machinery. So, yeah, he would have loved that event.
Yeah. Maybe you should show him the video.
Maybe.
I quite enjoyed that.
He would have come to the party, but obviously he's unfortunately on holiday that weekend. So never mind. I did ask him if he'd like to, and he said, "Oh, I'd love to come to that." But I
wonder if he's got any leaflets.
Maybe
could get some leaflets for him.
Maybe.
It's always the last Friday in June. Okay, we'll bear that in mind.
Finley only went to ATS and Halfords as they were discounts on insurance. And I usually go main dealers. They have actually nice courtesy cars and know the service stuff. That's fair enough. That's a good enough reason. Especially with having a courtesy car. I can imagine they're a lot, obviously, having a courtesy car is a really good thing if you've only got, say, one car.
But it depends on, I think I'd rather have somebody that I could trust and was actually going to do my car well and have to get the bus for a day.
Yeah. I mean,
but then I live in the city centre. So
yeah, whereas when you're quite rural, like we are here.
Yeah, it depends as well on, like, in Warminster or whatever, how rural you are.
I mean, the thing is, when I had the Renault as my only option, I didn't quite have that luxury of being able to say, right, okay, well, today I'm going to do this, So it is what it is with that. I hate that sentence, but I use it a lot. Always the last Friday. Yes, you've read that.
Yep.
Goodwood and the other events are too far away from me.
Oh, where are you, Hooked on Classics?
That's a shame. Goodwood is really good.
Are you still in England or are you abroad somewhere?
Are you in Scotland? Are you Welsh?
Yeah, true. Sorry.
No,
are you in the United Kingdom? So hugely recommend Kilbrony show this year over 1,000. Oh my goodness gracious me! I would see you all day. You'd be off. And
has that already happened, or is that coming up? Not saying we'll go over for it this year.
Oh yes, Plymouth. He said Plymouth. Sorry.
Sorry. Yes, you did.
You could make a holiday of it. There you go.
There you go. Offering you travel advice.
No, but much like we would need to make a holiday of going to Plymouth, you have to come up and make a holiday to go to Good.
True. Like we did when we collected the caravan. We went up to the Midlands, stayed overnight, and then went up and broke the car on the way back.
We went all the way to Wales in less than 24 hours. Well, it was slightly more than 24 hours by the time that the car wasn't very well.
Still, when the suspension broke, it did still get us back the 5 minutes it took us to get back to our overnight point. But if it went on a motorway or something, that would have been different. But it was late. Nobody else was driving. It wasn't unsafe.
No,
we got it back.
My area, there's no independence that I know is one closed until. Oh, that's a shame. I definitely look into it. Have a look.
Kilbrony was in June. Sorry, I was reading ahead.
Well, they're all in June. Maybe we need to go to Northern Ireland in June. Yeah, I'd look into the independent garages. Go slightly further afield if you can, but
got anywhere until you get to Bristol. No, I know that feeling from many holidays down to the southwest of England.
Well, you break it up. You have a week holiday. I'm giving you travel advice now. You go.
Maybe we need a segment, Genevieve's travel advice.
You just from the caravan. You do a drive up, 2 nights in like the Bristol, Salisbury kind of area, and then carry on. Go to your West Sussex Goodwoody bit for the rest of your holiday.
Yeah.
There's ways around these things, guys. You're not that far away.
What is the next show that we're attending? Festival Italia this year at Brands Hatch. It's on every single year. It's a really good event. Italian cars, obviously, as the name sort of implies.
A lot of people.
Lots of people. Lots of Ferraris and Lamborghinis, so if you're into that sort of thing.
I was going to say, a lot of people and a lot of money. There's a lot of people with some fancy cars there.
Very. But then on the other end of the scale, there's us with Fiat 500s and Pandas and the like. So,
yeah. And then in the other side of the field, for the 50,000 Abarths that turn up as well.
Last year, we had, I think it was 500 HPs, which for a non...
That's 500 HPs, not 500.
No, not 500 of them. But yeah, 5 100 HP Pandas, and unless it's like a specific Panda 100 meet, you don't usually get that many all together, really.
No.
Although I did have one follow me home one day from work. So. I know. Not home, but you know. Ironically, not long after I found or got mine, I found somebody in the next village who's actually got one in blue. So I shall have to go and try and maybe organise a Panda meet with them at some point. Car Nerd, the Mito may be there. Oh, well, if it is, come over and say hello.
Yeah,
and we'll try and find you as well.
Yeah, we'll have to go on your channel and have a look if there's any videos of it or pictures or something.
Yes.
Or if you're on Instagram or anything, follow us and then we'll follow you back and we can sort something out.
Formula One should go back to Brands. Great circuit. It is a good circuit, especially when it's the long way out. I know when we've done the parade laps, we've only done the Indy circuit, which is a lot shorter.
And when we walked it as well, just for good measure. Yeah,
we did walk it. The only thing with Brands nowadays is it's probably really a bit too small for the modern F1 cars. Not necessarily in width, but in just track length. They'd be going around in ridiculously short amount of time. The car's just gotten quicker and quicker over the years, unfortunately.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm quite into playing on sim racing games like Assetto Corsa, R Factor. Maybe I'll try to take a modern F1 car around on that and just see what sort of lap time it'll do.
Maybe you could do gaming videos.
Maybe. I won't
you can have
add them to the channel that often if I do.
You can have a go and I can have a go and see how many times I crash out.
No, I do have some funny ideas with doing stuff like that. So maybe if you're interested in seeing that sort of thing, then just let us know. But obviously, we'll try and keep this more as a realistic car thing rather than
but in the winter time
racing.
when you've got nothing else to do, nowhere else to go.
Maybe we'll just see what.
Get a Fuel Power League going.
Ooh, Fuel Power race team.
There you go.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Suits and everything.
No, but yes, have you got any more questions, guys? Because we have actually been going now for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. That's all right. We've had some busy people. We've still got 8 people, I think.
We do.
After this long, that's probably the most people we've had. Hello, Car Nerd. Thank you for following us. Let's see what your cars look like. I'm going to be nosy.
Sound like a robot. Hello, let's see what your car looks like.
Be nosy. It's red.
It is red. It might well be the same shade of red as my Panda. Never know.
Oh, it's not had it very long.
No. What year is it as well? Sorry, I'm 62, so 2012, 2013-ish. No, the nice little cars. I always like the Mito. I believe they're based on the same platform as the Punto. I was trying to think of the name of it. Then probably later on the Tipo. Anyone else in here going to the Fuel Power party? Well, I don't know, Matt. Do you know?
No, I don't even know where it is.
No, never heard of it. I only have Facebook and YouTube for social media. Sorry, that's okay. Hooked on Classics. Obviously, we're here on YouTube. Would you believe? We've also got a Facebook page as well.
Facebook too.
We're on all the social medias. Are we on all social medias?
I'm on all the social
the main ones: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Obviously, we're on all of those main ones. This one. What's this one? We also have the community tab now available on YouTube as well, so we should maybe use that a bit more.
Maybe that's what we need to do tomorrow when we've got another admin day. Admin Sunday. We'll have a look at you, not you personally, we'll have a look at your channel, Hooked on Classics, and we can keep in contact as well. If you ever decide to come up from Plymouth, you know where we are.
Yeah. Organise a holiday for the party.
Well, there's no reason why we can't pick other locations for parties in the future.
No, maybe we'll have to do a southwest one.
Yeah, we'll stick it all to the southwest. Stuff the Midlands and the north. They have loads.
They do have quite a lot. Not sure where you are. Matt's only in West. Oh, they was replying to Matt.
No, I think Matt's replying. He doesn't know where we are. Wiltshire, Hampshire.
Wiltshire, Hampshire. Occasionally go across into Dorset. They're all not too far away, really. But yes, have you got any more questions? Because I think really we should probably bring this to a close in a minute, because we'll be nearly going for about an hour and a half. So we'll keep this going for about another 10 minutes or so. But yes, if you've got any more questions, then feel free to ask now. We'll try and answer them as best as we possibly can. Hooked on Classics, born in Weston, super mud. As far as I know, the beach is quite muddy over there, isn't it? I mean, we did have a tour with.
We have a cat watching us.
We do have a cute cat
us,
looking the wrong way from the screen.
Mighty cat mods. They went and found Bella.
Oh, lovely.
Bella was my painting companion this week. She has a cat who lives a couple of doors up from me. We're working on a house, and she
provided a workplace injury.
Yeah, I got workplace injury.
Western super mud. I went and would go again. Took a group of school kids on their trip there. I'm a coach driver.
Oh, that's interesting. My uncle's a coach driver too. Probably like some sort of competitor company.
There'll be some secret code, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think the company that my uncle works for is Southampton. So Jake's sort of Salisbury way, and I'm Southampton, so we.
I'll say Wiltshire. So
yeah, South Wiltshire, South Hampshire.
So we find all the events to us that are local, really. Hampshire, Dorset, Wiltshire, of course. Isle of Wight. That's still not that far away, really.
Hampshire, Dorset, the Isle of Wight.
Matt's signing off.
Bye, Matt.
Finley's Moor, Dorset, Somerset. Yes.
Yeah, Warminster.
Warminster it's kind of on that border, isn't it?
One of my mum's friends used to live in Warminster.
I've been invited to the NEC next March in the Cortina if you might be going. Oh, what's actually going on at the NEC?
When is it?
Yes.
When is it next March? We have
March,
conditions about March car shows. Nice to meet you, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Hope to see you again another day.
Yes. Thank you for signing to the party, Matt. I hear he's got an interesting car.
I think he's got more than one.
Yes. Let's know what the NEC's got in store. I don't think I've ever been to the NEC.
Whatever.
Ever? I've never been to the NEC.
Oh, I've been to the NEC.
Cara says thank you.
I've been to the NEC for the Gadget Show Live.
Have you?
Yeah.
Did you know Jason Bradbury follows me on Twitter?
Does he? Who's Jason Bradbury? Is that the bald man?
He was the bald chap with the glasses.
Because we saw the other guy, didn't we, John?
I would like a Yugo Sana, but can't find one. That's the problem. There's so few of them now. Like, there's only about 4 in the UK, something like that.
Yeah.
4 at least registered. I mean, there may be a few more hidden away here, there, and everywhere, but who knows? What was the YouTube channel you mentioned for the Cortinas? Not Hooked on Classics. So I've just subbed to his. Cortinas and mainly Granadas, I think it is. That was the Rubbish Mechanic. Is his name on YouTube? Also known as Mr. Coleman.
He's a lovely guy.
He is.
Midlands based.
Yeah, he's based, I think, sort of more Coventry direction, Warwick, Coventry direction. So,
24th, 26th, you're fine. We can go to that. I draw the line at going to a car show on my birthday, and
I want too many cars that I have no room for. And
is that you writing that, or is that Finley writing that?
No, I was reading Finley's comment. But yes, Cortina City Pete. Is that another channel to? Well, obviously, yes, it is. I've just seen the other comment. Watch on YouTube. So yes, we'll have to check that channel out. There's probably plenty of other channels out there that we've never heard of, but we ought to have a look at. That's the thing. As you've already said, this video, we want to try and build a bit of a community around this, and obviously it's not just about us. But obviously, we go to these events, so yeah, it'd be good to build that community up. I think try and get more people obviously involved. Maybe do a few more collabs as well. I know previously on the channel we've featured obviously Ian of T-Bike Classics. He's been on the channel. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Even Hubnuts briefly appeared, I think, when we did the Hubnut social.
Potentially.
Amber from Dream 24/7, she's appeared. Driving with Nico. There's quite a few. Oh, yes, plug in the laptop. It's about to run out, and I'm being used as support.
For it fall off backwards.
Cortina City is where he bought his car from. Simone, by the way. Okay. 2CV was from Southampton. Oh, is it?
Ooh, whereabouts? I know Southampton very well, having lived there for 25 years.
Have a look. How many cars that I've never... That's the thing. I mean, every time I go to a car show, I find at least one car I want to take home with me. It's like, yes, I want that in my future barn or garage.
Oh, see, I don't do that.
It's developed from being a... Previously, I want a garage or parking space to let's have a fully fledged barn for all these vehicles.
Ocean Village, right in the proper centre of Southampton.
I don't know it.
You've been there.
I probably have been, but I don't know.
It's right near the Silent Sky Museum.
Oh, that's how I know.
It's related to planes.
It's related to a plane and water. Yeah. I like the Silent Sky Museum. That's another museum to check out if you've never been. Hooked on Classics were like a big workshop.
Just find Hooked on Classics on YouTube.
I'd love to have a workshop. I mean, I've got a bit of a workshop here at home at the minute. Mainly, I've got a space at the back of the garage and another part, which is mainly where my dad keeps all of his stuff. Basically, which I occasionally use, but not that often anymore. But yeah, workshop, really useful to obviously work on the cars. I mean, the one I've found... one thing I found with mine, obviously being at the back of the garage, is I can just pull the car right up to it and turn around and do work and turn back to the car. It's really good.
Yeah, they've got some Hooked on Classics.
Mugs.
Project Pinky. Who's Pinky?
Is that Matt?
Oh no, it's a bike.
Finley's registration. If you know I'm afraid I don't know you 2CV Finley, but if I see it at a show when it's back on the road one day, then I will be sure to come over and say hello.
Just remember their name.
Don't be cheeky.
Who are you?
No, but I think
you're more likely to remember the registration number than the person's name. So apologies now, Finley. I'll remember your name.
Pinky is my Kawasaki. Okay. I like Kawasaki motorcycles. I don't know too much about them. Obviously, I know they're Japanese, but... yeah, we need to speak to our motorcycle correspondent, Mr. Carlos Tilbury, about motorbikes. Yeah, although we do have an interest in bikes on the channel, but unfortunately, neither of us are the bikey knowledgeable people, I guess.
I have no interest in bikes. Apologies.
Robin's got a basic council lockup garage, too small to do any work in. Well, yeah, as long as it stores the vehicle at the end of the day, it's quite useful. Obviously, if you can't have a workshop in there, then not so good, but. Hopefully you've got a space.
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange. Oh, we could do what Tom's done with the Abarth and make it golf liveried. Yeah. Ian needs to make a start in the workshop. Yeah. I generally like just having a workshop at the back of my garage that I can just work off.
Yeah.
So
I think new houses and houses generally just need to be built with a garage, and if it's already got a garage, a bigger one. They don't cater for us practical types.
I mean, I'm quite fortunate here in that I still live with my parents, so I use obviously their garage to store the.
Yeah, but even we don't have a very big garage, and we outrun the whole flipping street.
Yeah, you do with your car or cars. But I also have a storage facility for the McGowan whilst it's currently not working.
Yeah.
Although I may have had a bit of a play with that, so watch out for a future video on that. Not fixed, just a bit of a play with it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
2CV is like my baby. This is like Jake and all of his vehicles. I think he loves them more than he loves me. Don't you?
No.
You've known them longer. I wouldn't be surprised.
I have known them longer. Yeah, that's true.
Dream is to have a barn. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I'd like a barn.
We'd like a barn with just like a mezzanine floor. We'll just live up there. That's fine. Cars can be underneath, and we can live on the top.
Finley loves 2CV more than their dog.
Oh, dog.
Yeah, we like dogs on the channel as well. A hubnut style barn. Yes, that would be useful.
What's a hubnut style barn?
Have you not seen his storage?
What? Where just all
where
the cars
where he keeps all the cars? Yeah.
Oh no, I'm more impressive than that. We want like old school
Dutch barn.
Yeah, Dutch barn, bit on the top to two. All we need is a 2-bedroom flat.
Tell you what, let's employ some Amish people. They know how to build a barn. What TV leads us to believe? The dog is an 11th month old. He's a cockapoo. Oh no, you said the wrong thing. She loves cockapoos.
Okay, if you don't want it anymore,
and barks at everything.
You know where to go.
Oh.
I mean, you know Southampton. You know, I'll meet you in Ocean Village. You know where that is.
God.
And I'll have your dog if you don't love it.
Yeah, you love cockapoos, don't you? Would love an agricultural barrel roof. Oh, that would be nice.
What, like a
tin plate?
Top? Yeah.
Tin plate, yeah.
I think the Dutch barn would be cool though, because if you had like proper doors on the front, like where the grain would have come in, then you could have that as like a Juliet balcony.
No, hooked on classics. They're a cat person.
I have a cat.
Sprout would like them.
Yep. He probably wouldn't because he's a miserable shit. But
Mighty Cat Mods. He'd like cats.
Yeah, he was here earlier.
He was. He might still be here. Might have just
gone quiet.
Do
you have a cat hooked on classics? I have.
Don't get one. He is a pain. Love him really. I spend long time trying to get into bed. Oh. I want a dog. I've never had a family dog.
We'll get a dog, don't worry.
Yes. Wake up in the morning.
Doesn't have to be a cockapoo, but it has to be a dog. Oh, my nephew. Not my nephew.
Whoa.
Robin's nephew lives in Hedge End. I went to school in Hedge End. Secondary school. And some of my family live there as well.
Ian's garage barn would need to be a bit tidier than Hubnuts. Yeah. Although Carly does do a good job on
Teddy. Sorry, back on dogs.
Yeah, Hubnuts lady. She likes to keep his barn as tidy as possible, but it's not always easy with him.
But I'm a bit of a neat freak. I'd go around tidying up after you.
You would be. I'd be there, right? Get the spanner 10mm out, and then you'd be like, "Oh, what's this doing on the floor?" As I'm about to use it. Where's the 10mm gone? You're just there holding it.
No, if you were doing something, you'd be okay. The dog hasn't trashed the car. Well,
that's good. Oh, well, hopefully one day Finny will get to meet you and Teddy, and the 2CV, of course. I'm
gonna just slightly go back to Robin if you're still there. How old is your nephew, and did he go to Wilden? I might even know him. We're talking small world, like even smaller world.
Yeah, Finny doesn't like tidy. No, I'm looking at a big pile of mess down in my room. I do need to tidy.
For the last how many months have I come in and gone, we need to tidy your room. You've got a bag of Christmas presents down there. They're open, but they're still in a Christmas gift bag. It's like you open them on Christmas morning, just put them back in.
No, I have used them since.
Do you even know what was in that bag?
Not off the top of my head.
There you go then.
I didn't say I hadn't used them recently. Maybe the last time I used them was December.
What, the last 4 days of December?
Maybe.
5-year-old beagle called Louis.
Yes, Ian does.
I think everything that you love is a bit of a pain. That's why you love them.
Yeah, my Renault's a pain, but I still love it.
Yeah.
Run the Mini. That was a pain when I first got it with the coolant. That was forever causing me problems. It was.
It's alright. I still love you.
Why am I a pain? Rude. No. Right. What time is it? Wow, we've been going for an hour and 34 minutes.
That's okay. We've got people still here.
We have. Yes.
I want to know how old Robin's nephew is.
Robin's son. So I'm going to have a quick look just to see how things are going on the YouTube channel. Numbers are still going up.
Oh, we didn't go to school in Southampton. That's a shame. It's just purely because I know quite a lot of. I mean, the school has 1,800 to 2,000 people in it, so we, despite the size of it, knew everybody quite well. So it'd have been quite funny.
It would have been a very, very small world then.
Yeah. But to be fair, even if they moved 10 to 12 years ago, I was still at school, so...
That's true. For the garage as a tip, my car is very tidy. My current car that works as a Suzuki Celerio is so tidy and nearly John Coupland, last year's Festival of the Unexceptional winner standard. Oh, have you seen who won the Festival of the Unexceptional concourse this year? I quite like it. I'm a bit biased towards them.
It's another one that you got sentimental attachment to for God knows what reason.
Because I spent basically my entire childhood in it.
Yeah, but I spent... Right, and see, maybe I don't have that connection with cars because also, they changed every 6 months.
No, that's the thing. I mean, Mum's Astra we had for about 16 years. The only reason we got rid of it was the scrappage scheme, and it was too good an offer for parents to refuse.
I think the longest, or the vehicle we had for the longest ever that I was growing up were the vans for Dad's work.
Understandable.
But everything else changed all the time.
Oh, but it's a bit like, obviously, John with his vans. He said we worked out the other day, it's about 6 cars since he bought the van he's currently got.
Well, I dread to think how many cars Dad's had in the time. But also, Dad's... Your nephew's about 50. Oh, okay. I wouldn't probably know. Anyway, more likely to know his children. But the... I think Dad's gone through Minis, Triumphs, Volvos, Land Rovers, back to Volvos, back to Land Rovers in the time that he's had one van. So, and knocking on the doors of 120 cars. So,
it's quite funny. I've always changed brand every time I've got a new vehicle. I mean, I've only had 3 vehicles, but you know,
I changed brand too.
Oh yeah, you did once. 20,000 miles on the Celerio. My uncle had an Astra like the Festival of the Unexceptional winner.
It's not bad, 20,000 miles.
No.
My Fiat got 30,000 the other day.
Ooh. I
was just very happy I was able to pull over just at the right time, because just as I pulled out of the lay-by and then carried on going, it was 30,001. I just managed to get a picture.
The Panda's nearly at 68,000 miles now. Let's keep going. It's good as doing a lot of mileage.
I like hooked on buses. My car would not win any show. Would it win the least likely to win a car show?
I haven't won any shows yet, and I'm deeply, deeply upset by it.
Neither have I.
I would like to win a show with a Mini, but there's quite a lot more Minis out there which are in better condition than mine.
Yeah, unfortunately. Most popular Mini on YouTube from Wiltshire. There you go.
Yay, maybe. No, there are some people out there with some genuinely very top spec Minis now. If you don't follow, oh gosh, I can't remember his YouTube channel. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it's Classic Mini Details. Alex too. He's got.
I don't even know his. Didn't even know he had a YouTube.
Yeah.
Alex 294.
Yeah, that's how I know.
93. One of those numbers.
94. He's got, I think, a Mini Mark III Cooper S, or at least he did. I think he was looking to sell one. Mini Mark I Cooper S and a minivan as well. And they're all in immaculate condition.
Are they all adapted as well?
All adapted, yes. Unfortunately, he's paralysed from the waist down due to a bicycle accident I think he had. So, yeah, all of them have been adapted so he can drive them. I think they're all automatics, because obviously he can't use his feet to change the clutch, unfortunately.
I just didn't realise that they were all adapted. I thought he just liked them. So
they've all got hand controls for him to drive them.
Handy.
So, yeah.
Let's scoot back up a little bit and we'll stay for maybe another 5 minutes. Take us to 1:45.
Stick to the Suzuki. An Ignis and now the Celerio. £200 for Ignis in Part X. Okay. Was that quite old Ignis, or is that a fairly modern-ish one? I'm not sure. But no, it'd be good to see you, Finley, at the social or fuel power party with the Suzuki. That'd be quite good.
Yeah, anything is welcome. Bring anything.
What mark of Astra won Festival of the Unexceptional? I had a Mark II as my first legal on the road car. It was a Mark III, 1.4 Merit. I've been keeping up to date with it recently, even though I didn't actually go to Festival of the Exceptional this year. Good luck with the sauna. Thanks, Les. It's going to be a bit of a road to work on the sauna, but it's in good hands with Matt, who was in the chat earlier on.
He's probably gone for dinner.
He probably has, or to work on the sauna again.
He's back home.
No, I know.
He's probably gone to bed.
Probably, I can't say I blame him. Longest project ever hooked on classics, but quite a watch.
Project Binky.
Yes, Project Binky.
Never heard of Project Binky.
Haven't you?
I keep telling you this. I'm very new to this whole car YouTube scene.
I need to show you Project Binky.
Okay, maybe we'll watch that tonight instead of film.
Yes, Project Binky, very well known mini if you're not in the mini scene or don't know it. 04 Reg Ignis swapped in 2016. Okay, it's actually not massively old then. It was only about 12 years old. Suzuki have really got a good selection of cars at the minute. I like the Swift Sport. Drove on at SMMT Day. That's, no voice going a bit. I'll have a drink.
Too much talking.
SMMT Day, drove on the newer Swift Sports.
This is your hashtag sponsored by Robina situation.
I like Robina.
I just want to say as well, for the people that are left, because I think quite a lot of you have watched these before, what's the difference between having the banner on the bottom? Does that pop up? Does it go away when you click go away? I'm just intrigued, because we might not put any ads on the lives in the future because it's a bit more chatty. We're just experimenting, pressing buttons and hoping for the best, but we obviously can't see them, so what's the experience? Ian, I'm looking at you because I know you've been
Hooked
here
on
before.
Classic says what banner, so obviously it hasn't popped up at all.
Right, that's fine.
98,000 miles on Part X. The Celerio did go to a main dealer yesterday for the MOT and got new Ignis and resembles my old Ignis Susie.
Oh, Susie.
Oh, that's nice. And hello, Alex. Welcome to the channel.
Hello, Alex. I'm trying to see what the car is. I was going to say it looks like an MG3, but I don't think it is.
Robin's not having the ads because they use ad block. That's a good reason not to.
There you go then.
Yes, can't see a banner. Yeah, it obviously hasn't popped up, which is fine.
Just
Let's say we're experimenting.
We're playing with these things and wondering what happens.
No banner or ads. Well, there we go. That answers
Maybe
your
I
question.
just didn't tick any of the boxes.
Maybe. Doesn't matter too much.
No, just intrigued. I didn't want it to affect, because we're quite low down in the screen. If it was coming up at the bottom, I didn't want it to, chop our heads off or something.
Yeah. Because,
we're prettier than that. Susie too. So, Susie Cube. And Ford Fiesta is my old... Oh, it's a Ford Fiesta, thank you. I'm not very good at car spotting, especially not from the side, unless it's, something that I've seen before.
I got a new car. It is a Ford Escort Mark 6. Now, do you know the difference between the Mark 6 and the Mark 5? So I was told in quite extreme detail at, I think it was Castle Coombe for one of the events. It might have been a Ford event or something.
Something to the grill.
The grill was slightly different. The side indicators.
Good guess, huh?
Side indicators were different. Something about the rear light, smiley face grill. Yes, Team Ballylot Classics Ian's on it.
Yes, Team Ballylot. It's like you're calling somebody by their surname.
Yes, I know. Nice Mark 6 Escort are becoming rare. Yes, they are. Very, very rare.
Yes, they're very rare.
See, Genevieve's on it. She knows.
I deal with the diaries and the social media. I don't know about the girls. I just nod and go,
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Quite. Oh. Okay, then let's put a question to you guys then. If you could only have one car forever with a budget of £1,000, what would you get? That's for them. You can answer as well if you like.
But I don't know what I could get for £1,000. Could I get that parts and spares? But it runs, but it's just a bit dodgy condition. Volvo 340.
Yes.
That was £995 on eBay.
Yes, probably.
Alex, where do you live? Not trying to be creepy, just wondered. We go to Castle Coombe quite a lot, and we've got friends and family that live up there.
Between my 2CV and Celerio, if they were £500 each. Fair enough.
Oh, sentimental. What would you have? Megane.
That's a fairly simple answer.
Panda Mark 3.
Ooh, Panda Mark 3, yeah. Are they
MG
really? But
160.
are the Panda Mark 3s really below £1,000 now?
Evidently, in Robin's
Wow.
Count? Does it have to be running?
No, you can buy it not running and fix it up.
Oh, you can have anything.
Yeah.
I'll get that Riley Elf from down the road.
Ooh. Near Chippenham, that's not too far away.
Oh no, I like Chippenham. I've got a family that live up in that direction. From Uncle Mike here.
Cirencester, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Gloucester.
Chippenham's Wiltshire.
Oh, I thought it was. We've been to Chippenham with them.
Well, you might well have been.
I didn't think it was very far away. Oh well, never mind. I know Chippenham.
Yes, why did you scrap the MG apart from the rust? Perfectly good car otherwise, Ian.
Old M5.
BMW. No.
Nothing against the people, I'm just not a fan.
No, I think my dad had a Series 3 BMW back in the mid-90s, but it was a company car, so unfortunately when he lost his job with the company when it went bust, they had to give it back. So that was that for the BMW.
We're not doing very good at stopping talking, are we?
No, not really. Rust is lighter than carbon fibre. Hello, Mend It Man.
Hello.
Yes, Luke, isn't it? Hello, welcome back. Hopefully you've had a good time since the last time we spoke. Oh, we keep saying we're going to end this in 10 minutes.
Are we just going to stay here for now? People keep coming back. We've got back to 11 again.
They do. Okay, let's keep going to the 2-hour mark. We'll do it for another 15.
My voice is going to die.
Oh, you got drinks. Probably a British Leyland car. I did see a cheap Maxi a while back. I think somebody we know has actually bought a Maxi not too long ago. But they basically use their daily drive now. And that was Mr. Partridge, who was at Joseph's Social in the New Forest. Yes. I enjoyed the Sana video. It came up decent for the state it was in. Some very noisy farming equipment now, so I don't know whether it's picking up. But I'm doing that a lot. Enjoyed the Sana video. It came up. I've just read that. Yeah, it's not actually in too bad condition. There's a bit of rust here and there, which is kind of expected for a car of its age, of course, but it's in really not too bad condition, especially the interior. Now it's all cleaned up. It's actually a half decent place to be in.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're going to catch disease from touching it.
Yeah, needs still quite a bit of cleaning on the seats, but no, I'm sure it'll be for a future video when we actually manage to get the seats out. As we mentioned in the video, they just did not want to come out that day.
No.
And due to time, we weren't able to. So
no, but we fully trust Matt with what he's doing. It's fine. He knows what he's doing.
He's very knowledgeable when it comes to doing anything car related, basically. So I think it's in good hands.
I would like a day in Matiz again. I had one previously. That's the only car I've ever been in a car accident in.
Yes. Well, there we go. You're still here, so clearly
still here.
Seal of approval, safety.
Yeah. I was taken to hospital though.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I bit the end of my tongue off, but other than that, I'm okay.
See, I don't think I could buy a Vauxhall Astra because I think I'm cursed with them.
Yeah, you keep having car accidents in them.
Well, I've only ever been in 2 car accidents in my life, and they've both been in Vauxhall Astras, so it's sort of not a good record. Luckily, nothing happened with the Astra we reviewed.
Yeah, that was fine. Maybe it's broken the curse.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
It was pretty good after a good clean, and it didn't actually take us that long. I mean, it was an all-day job, but from how grotty it was to start off with, it's now naughty grotty.
From grot to not.
From grot to not.
This seems to be the slogan for it now. After episode 1 of the work.
Papa is not keen on washing cars.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever really seen him washing his cars.
Maybe he can't where he.
Yeah, he might not have water up at the unit.
Where he is.
I mean, I don't have water where the gun's stored, so
yeah,
I'd have to take a bucket or something.
But I think I'd maybe take it home if it was that grotty and clean it
if
up.
you're able to. Yeah. If you're able to, definitely take it home and give it a wash.
Yeah, I think Matt will have some good things with that. Again, we keep banging on about the party, but I'm sure he's put it somewhere now.
We're a broken record now.
That he's what Matt's bringing with him.
Yes. Matt has decided to bring the Sana to the party, so if you're interested in coming to see it there, then it will be there for you to look, feel, smell,
sit in it.
Sit in. I'm sure
you won't catch anything now. It's fine.
We have decontaminated it quite severely.
But yeah, so Matt will be there to answer any questions as well if you do want to.
And you guys can actually meet him. He hasn't really appeared too much on the channel with the car, other than the collection caper, which was fully him videoing it. And I think he did a decent job for somebody who doesn't do filming.
And he admits to himself he doesn't do cameras, so
No.
he did a pretty good job. The day did hurt my back, so I want something a bit better. The Suzuki seats. That's good. I'm glad you found something more comfortable. Both my cars are white and don't wash them, as all the fly mist gets on them, so don't bother washing them.
Fair enough.
That seems fair. I'm sure the seats will come up nice. I'm sure they will. Matt's got some sort of magic foam that he's going to use on them.
Speaking of which, I'm going to do a video on cleaning the car mats in the Panda, in the boot.
Can I do the jet wash?
Okay.
Yes.
So
satisfying.
Don't know when, maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend.
I'm planning on getting a big water tank at my unit so I can clean things that I want. I can get water, but I've got to drag a 40-foot hose. Oh, gosh. Could you do one of those ones that collapse, like, folds up? The hoses, have you ever seen those?
Oh, those expanding hoses?
Yeah, expandable hoses, because it's not very heavy.
I used to have one, but then it broke. It just didn't let water go through for some reason. Oh. So that ended up going.
Maybe not one.
Not to say they're all bad, but...
The Mobile Valley is also a good shout. Oh, excuse me.
No.
It's getting late. Bedtime.
Bedtime at 9 o'clock. Ugh.
There's a helper called Laura. If I'm nice, she might clean them for me. See, I like cleaning cars.
I'd be quite interested to try one of these cordless type ones, like the Ryobi one.
Especially the power washer. It's great.
I'll be interested in trying one of those to wash cars. Yeah. I like washing the Mini. It's quite easy because it's so small. Doesn't take long.
I don't wash cars. I don't sell mine, really. If I'm selling any cars, just bucket. Oh, gosh. You better never, ever come and live in my house because you'd be cleaning your car every week. Especially if it's white, because it'd be dirty and then that would be shame on you.
Speaking of which, white, I need to wash the Sandero.
Yeah. Your mum did say that when we were washing it the other day.
I know.
I need a cuppa.
Can't say
Go and have a drink. Go and
Thank you, I will.
Enjoy it. All right. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening. Please don't feel like you have to sit and chat to us for 2 hours. Yeah. We're not that interesting.
Are we? No. I only clean my cars when the reg plates are dirty and the neighbours complain. Oh, wow.
So like Sims when they go all green and start like having the flies.
Oh, in the Sims.
That's what I said on Sims.
Yeah. I don't think my neighbours have ever complained about the state of my cars.
It's because you clean your cars.
Yeah.
And you're out there fiddling with them all the time, so.
Mostly, yeah.
I have 4 white vehicles and 1 silver one. Oh, blimey. You'd be there for hours cleaning white cars.
Gosh.
I'm so behind washing my car. 3 weeks without a wash. Must be
a record for me.
I think you've got too much time in your hand, Ian. To be able to clean your car that frequently. I did mine last week, and I did actually get home and Dad not congratulated me, but commended me on the washing of my car.
Was that when we did it, when we washed the Vauxhall?
Yeah, still shiny.
I have not washed my Panda since late June.
Ugh.
I know.
Scuddy.
I know, it needs a wash.
Well, it's alright. We're going to Italia. They'll be nice and clean before then.
Definitely. Robin Giles traded my 2019 Sandero in for the 2020 Panda. Only paid £700 difference. Wow. That's quite impressive.
That's good.
It's a good price. How do you find the Panda in comparison to the Sandero? I find, obviously, having the 100 HP, it's obviously a bit quicker than the Sandero, but comfort on the Sandero is a really good thing. Like, the wheels are big enough, they provide good drive over potholes and the like. So I think the Sandero is definitely a comfy car to drive. I'm making up words now.
I didn't even know where you were going with that. I didn't know what comfy was.
No, you don't want to know. To keep my neighbours on the side, I clean my cars, and there's 2. Well, there we go. Milton Classics owned a white car in the 90s. The last 3 cars Mum's had, they've all been white.
I don't think we've... Oh, no. I came home from hospital in a white
You did,
car.
the Mini, from what your dad showed me pictures of.
but there's not been very many, and it was kind of cream, not white. Ian did polish the Mini today, so that's an element of cleaning it. I think it counts. Mendit Bouncers, do you do stickers yet? Not yet. Somebody's got holiday. You might have missed that. I don't know if you've been here. So it's one of your jobs, isn't it?
Some stickers may well be in order fairly soon.
Yes.
Let's say with the bit of time off I've got now from work, it's a good opportunity to actually have a look at getting stuff like that sorted.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. Maybe have it ready in time for the old record party.
Yeah, the party. We're having a party. Anybody know that?
Yeah, I don't think anybody could tell. We could do a sticker swap. Yeah, I'd be down for that. That'd be good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Everyone needs a sticker swap.
Yeah, you could have like a sticker
day.
Sticker party.
What do we do for a job other than YouTube? I work in construction.
So do I.
And I also do a bit of graphics on the side as well.
Yeah.
So that's why all the graphics on this look all nice and sparkly.
Yeah, Jake's the graphics man.
And the videographer.
And it's like what you do. It was more the pandemic shot that in the foot, didn't it? Really, and
a bit
meant that stuff like that wasn't going to happen quite as frequently because of the situation of people not hiring anybody or anything like that. So he went down the construction industry because that's where it was needed, and now you're starting to pick up the graphic stuff again. So if anybody needs any graphics, Fuel Power is your place to go. I am a teaching assistant by trade and gave it up in December to be able to go to more car shows and do that sort of stuff. So I now work with my dad. So I'm a carpenter's assistant.
It's very fancy
officially.
title.
I do a lot of painting for a carpenter's assistant. But I'm thinking of going back into school in September. So we'll see. But only part-time.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I was just reading the comments, but I'm just having to read it out loud.
Oh, yeah.
We need a sticker board. Is
We
that
do.
to advertise our stickers on, or is that just to keep all the stickers?
Maybe we could both.
Because the Mini is my sticker board at the minute for people, obviously with the events and a few other people on there as well.
Yeah.
Many of those in the Mini scene I found. But, you know, I'm not against putting more people on there who are not necessarily Minis. I like to just put people on there I support. So, yeah, that'd be good. What else? I like the Panda. It's not the first one you've had. Fair enough. They are good little cars, the Pandas, I found. They're not too big that you can just park them pretty much anywhere.
I only did 2,900 miles in the Sunday thanks to lockdown. I didn't go anywhere.
No, I didn't go
Not
anywhere
really.
in lockdown, really.
No, you weren't allowed. Oh, guys, calm down. Don't type at the same time. My eyes go funny. I'm a retired civil servant, was in the naval base 30. Oh, interesting.
Blimey. Was that down at Plymouth or Portsmouth or something like that?
It would have been Plymouth.
Likely Plymouth then, yeah. Others.
I've got about 30 YouTube stickers. I would put others on. I've got about 30 YouTubes, but I put them on a board yet.
Well,
good plan. Good
we
idea.
shall have to get a board at some point and do that.
Do you know what we could do? Revo's Hub in Poole, Dorset, where we've been before, they put them on their kitchen cupboards and their...
They do. When we get our own house, we'll do that.
On the garage, yeah.
That'd be good.
I was going to be a teaching assistant, but would dread the abuse teachers get from kids now, especially as my dad was teaching. I've never had any verbal abuse. I've been headbutted.
Oh.
But I also worked very closely with some children with additional needs. So it was children with additional needs that have been the only ones to abuse me. I'm a VI specialist, so I can read and write Braille as well. So yeah, that's my kind of claim to fame. We used to call it the secret code language, me and the little boy I worked with. So we used to write messages to each other to get him to practice. Stupid stuff, but yeah, that's
It worked.
I could be a spy, was what we decided. I'm a state officer of the Belfast Health Trust, construction engineer by qualification, architecture. My goodness, that sounds very official.
You have a lot of qualifications there, Ian.
That's also like, you know, when somebody's got a job title that's like massively long and you don't know actually what they do. I understand that one, but I can imagine if he was going to list off, I'm an estate officer with construction engineering by qualification, architect, technician by trade, no accent on that one. You can imagine you just say it and people go, "Oh, what?"
Oh, yes.
Yes. Back in 2011, I was looking at buying a Panda Mark 1.
Ooh, I like the Panda Mark. That's another vehicle I want to add to my future garage. Panda Mark 1.
This garage better be blimmin' massive.
Yeah, it's going to be a barn.
I almost took a spot on a spare mini bonnet hanging on the garage wall. That's a good idea.
I've got one on the wall in the garage above the Mini.
So I didn't see many of them around. I like the 4x4 one.
There's not many Panda 4x4s around now either, really. They've sort of gone off into oblivion.
Somebody
especially
in
Mark 1.
Southampton's got 2.
What, classic Panda Mark 1s?
I don't know, but
or
they're
are they
4x4s.
like my ones?
No.
Older than that.
No, they're 4x4s as well, because they're like the beefier ones, aren't they?
Are they like shaped kind of like mine, but bigger?
Yeah.
Okay, later than mine then.
Yeah, but they've got 2.
Okay.
Ironically, it's next to the person that's got 2 ups. So it's like the Panda people and the up people.
Well, they tried to one up them and then got 2.
Would you ever buy a Cat S or N write-off car? No.
I can't remember what the categories mean at this point.
I wouldn't. I just probably wouldn't. I wouldn't trust my own ability, and I don't have enough fund to fix it if it all went horribly wrong. I
would if it was one that had been damaged but repaired to a satisfactory, level. Level. Great idea with the bonnet. It is good idea with the bonnet. Finney's got a 2CV boot that they're going to use for stickers.
Good plan.
Maybe I should use Millie's spare bonnet, the original bonnet.
You could just always buy a bonnet if you didn't.
Or I can just buy a bonnet from a mini show. I'm going to enough of them.
Just don't buy it while we're in the Mini, because how the hell are we going to get that home?
Put it in the back.
Just drive her up there bonnetless and hope you can find one. We'll have to do a sticker swap, won't we? Just with everybody on here, just swap details.
Definitely.
So scarce. I don't know what's scarce. I've lost
Mark
track.
1 Panda 4x4 is so scarce now. They really are.
Sounds posh, but essentially I'm a CAD technician draftsman. Good. I hope you enjoy your job.
Well, that's really convincing.
No, but I don't really. I know CAD. I've got a GCSE in CAD, but
bragging.
Well, you're a girl. You can't do all the practical things. You need to do something technological as well.
Sorry, more farming equipment going past. A baler this time.
It's that time of year. I'm a single parent. Do you do anything else, or are you just a parent? Because I know that parenting is a job in itself, but it's always intriguing to know. Do you do other things? Or if not, what do you have an interest in other than cars? Because you're not very far away,
No, that's true.
Are you free on the 11th of September? No, we'll shut up about that now. We'll bring it up next time. When it will only be like a week and a half away. By the end of August.
Yes, that's true. Gosh.
Scary.
Yeah, that's true. Next time we do more of these, there should be probably answering many questions about the party, seeing if more people sign up and
Yeah.
We will shut up about it eventually.
But come and sign up. Especially if you're not too far away, it'd be great to meet people. That's all we want to do. We want to meet new people and get that community going. And just meet some different people, get other people to meet other people.
Start the community going. I liked the weird car Twitter meet at Jilks earlier this year. That was quite good for mingling and getting to know.
Only earlier this year. My goodness me, it feels like ages ago. My dad just scrapped a Discovery bonnet, which I'd kept. See, that's a nice big one as well. You can get a lot of stickers on that.
That's a huge bonnet.
Car show down here on the 11th. Oh,
that's a shame. Well, it's not a shame for them.
Yeah,
I'm sure the event will be absolutely great. But obviously, people have already got things planned, and that's absolutely fine as well. Where are we based? We are
on the Wiltshire-Hampshire border. Should we go with that?
Yeah, the event's taking place at the Army Fire Museum in Hampshire, Middle Wallop.
Yeah.
So that's. Did I mention the date? I'm losing track. We mentioned this a lot in this stream.
It's the 11th of September.
Yes. We do have details in a separate video.
There is a video with a lovely graphic of the caravan with Fuel Power Party 2022 written on it. It's called
You're invited.
You're invited. Go and click on that. There's a registration link in the description if you want to.
If your next live stream is last Sunday in August, I'll be tuning in from the mini show at our north coast.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah. I think, is it that one you mentioned that you probably would join, or was that a different event, Ian? I know you mentioned one of them, but I can't remember if it was that one or not. No, I just don't haven't helped my neighbours out when they need the garden sorting or wash the cars. I just try and keep myself busy till my kids get home and do my heads in. Fair enough.
I mean, that's fair. Having worked with children, I know how tiring and time-consuming they are. So
we both work with children, not quite in the teaching way for me, but having done a lot of events, shall we say, that are being put on for children to do, because I used to work in the entertainment industry.
This is not like you're like a red coat or something.
I am. No, I'm not.
You're an orange coat.
No, I used to work at like a laser shooting place thing.
Yes, and a raceway.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was the one, Causeway Coast Mini Club weekend. I'm even camping at it. Ooh, good luck.
Do you have a bank holiday in Northern Ireland that weekend, or is it just a normal weekend? I don't know how these things work. But also, Alex, that sounds like a pretty good way to fill your day. Sorry, there's too many bits.
Hey. Alcoholics Anonymous, eh? No children here, just a cat and fish. It's more than I got. I don't have any
a cat
animals.
and a fish, that's dangerous, isn't it? Same bank holidays, mainland. Okay.
I don't have any pets at all here.
Not anymore.
No,
you did have 200 at one time, though, so you know.
They were all stick insects. They just kept appearing. God, terrible.
How do you teach the birds and the bees to stick insects?
Well, the thing is, they don't need to do that.
Oh.
They just lay eggs, and the eggs hatch.
Oh, it was eggs. Okay.
Yeah. They don't need to do the birds and the bee.
I have a cat.
We're all adults here, I'm sure.
Sit down.
Oh dear.
We've been on here too long. It's 2 hours and 6 minutes now. We're going a bit mental. There's still 10 of you here. We don't want to just say goodbye, but maybe we'll have to. We'll give it till 10 past. 4 minutes. Okay. Any last words?
Words of advice, encouragement.
Please shut up, Genevieve Jake. You're doing my head in.
Last few questions. Let's go for it, and then we'll close this off at 10 past.
Yeah, you better type quickly. You've got 3 minutes. Quick!
But like that cat on the PC gif that you see.
My mum and dad are probably going to watch this back and be like, what the hell?
What have they been talking about for 2 hours?
Yeah.
2 hours is nothing. I've seen some do 7 hour streams. Oh.
There's people on TikTok that do them, especially it was like in America on the finals week. And they just start it until they finish revising. And some of them it's like 48 hours and you can like, just go to sleep. I have a 12-year-old daughter who's going on 13, and a 13-year-old son who struggles with autism. I struggle with dyslexia. So sorry about any spelling. It's more than fine.
We do not have a problem with spelling here at all.
It's fine.
Everybody's different. Everyone's.
And in the nicest possible way, I can tend to be able to decipher spelling mistakes. But so far, I don't think you've made any. But yeah, it'd be good to have you all down if you're available.
Would you rather have a dog or another car that plays up dog for me? Because I've never had a dog. So
I like a dog. I'm happy with my car.
As much as I like cars, I've got enough for me at the minute.
I've done a 4.5 hour one on New Year's Eve.
Blimey.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, we'll have to join in some of your live streams, Mend It Man. I don't think we've actually joined in any of them yet.
Too busy at shows.
Either too busy at shows, yeah, or...
Yeah, TikTok is a bit weird. It's a bit of a weird one. We haven't ventured into TikTok, but we're also sitting listening. Sat next to each other too long. It's not something we ventured into in a fuel power thing, but I have. As an introduction for me doing a bit more of the kind of videos and vlogging and stuff like that, I started doing daily videos on TikTok.
You've done quite a lot of them now, actually.
I've done 130 odd. I've done one every day since my 25th birthday in March. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's quite a lot of videos. Daily vlogging.
Yeah, pretty much. I keep at the moment. I'm kind of slacking. It's like in the back of my brain, back of my mind.
You haven't done one for a while. We plan another one soon. Well, let us know when you do, and we'll join in.
Let's see what we.
Just checking TikTok now. Millennials.
You've got 31 followers. I'm not a millennial. You're a millennial.
I know.
Gen Z. That's why I like TikTok. Well, that's Thursday. Oh, I haven't uploaded them for very long. That's Thursday. Thursday was 130. Day 134.
Okay.
So
quite a
if you
lot,
think 135. Today is 136. There you go. 136 videos.
Right. Well, let's have a quick look on the phone. It's a bit more accurate on numbers than PC. We're on quite a few more subscribers, and the sauna video is now nearly 5,000 views in just over 24 hours, which is
very impressive.
For the channel. That's impressive.
It's very good.
I mean, I don't think even the sauna collection caper got 5,000 views within that sort of time. So,
but yeah, thank you to all of you for watching it.
Yes, thank you for
this and all the other videos.
Oh, thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
I hadn't realised. Hey, well done. Are you monetized? We are now monetized. Yes, we've got that sorted. It's taken
As
us
of the
forever.
last couple of days, yeah.
It's taken us forever, but we finally got that sorted. So,
yeah,
fingers crossed we might actually now be able to, as we mentioned earlier, do a bit more with it. Maybe get different cameras that maybe are either slightly better quality or maybe
just
even
allow us to do some different stuff.
Buy a project car or maybe go on a bit of a road trip with some of the money from that.
Yeah, we definitely think the sauna has helped.
Yeah, there's no denying the sauna's done a lot.
the shout out from Ian, which was lovely, and we didn't even know it had happened because we were at Retro Rides, sat down for lunch and hit 1,000 subscribers, which the previous day was 500 and something, or 600 and something, wasn't it? 652 or something. And we were just literally watching that number tick over. It was a bit of a crazy weekend, but yeah, it's been a bit of a wild ride this year.
Yeah, but as I say, there's no denying the sauna has absolutely helped, and obviously Matt is the man with that. It's his car at the end of the day. Is what he said several times. It's his car, his money going into it, fixing it. We just go down there and film it just to keep the story of it going on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we're, I guess, quite fortunate and lucky that we knew Matt and that he was looking to buy a car that already has a YouTube story.
Yeah, but he likes his different cars, and I think as a Hubnut fan, he was quite up for buying something like that when it came about.
If you were to buy one of Hubnut's cars, what would it be?
I don't know, because I don't watch Hubnut's videos. Sorry, Ian and Carly.
What would I buy? I'd buy Tuk, just because Tuk's different in the car.
Oh yeah, I like that. It's cute.
Speaking of which, I have pre-ordered one of those little models from Oxford Diecast. Yes, Matt
we're
was still
going.
We're just about to go.
Are your ears burning because we keep mentioning your name?
I'd buy Tuk.
Okay. I probably have that too because it's the only one I'm like, oh yeah, I like that. The rest of them are like broken or don't work or need an engine or need an air filter times 10 or something. I don't know.
What car are you thinking of these 10 air
I don't know, but there's always an issue. Like, none of them just work. Definitely wouldn't buy that flipping multipler thing, even though he's not got anything that's awful.
Yeah, yes, that was an interesting choice.
I'm going back because we've already gone over the time.
We need to build a smaller YouTube. Yes, definitely.
Yes, we've had ideas about how we can do that as well. So yeah, come winter time, we'll get in contact with some smaller YouTubers, I think, and build a bit of that.
What are we establishing smaller YouTubers? Less than 5,000?
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll try and get something. Maybe try and get a smaller YouTube get together somewhere.
Pick a majorish place that would have us a generally central location as much as we could get.
Maybe at the end of show season.
Yeah. It's making me think of like the Summer in the City thing that we were watching on that video earlier. You know, where they all like meet and greet people.
I think about that. I was like,
just have a load of smaller YouTubers with cars, and then obviously different people will come to it depending on what you show on your channel, I suppose.
Finny would have the Daihatsu. I don't think Miss Hubnut wants to part with that Daihatsu.
He would have Betty.
True, Betty's nice. Very expensive on fuel at the minute. A live stream chat would help, so you get 4 or 5 channels on the panel. Yeah, exactly. Things like that would be really good.
Can you do that?
I think so.
See, I just need to research a little bit more. I don't know how to do these things. But maybe we should, as we've now been going for 2 hours and 14 minutes, maybe we should stop here
And save all these ideas for another
Save all
day.
the ideas, and we can look at them in the morning when we've had a bit of a screen break.
StreamYard is good. I've never heard of that. I shall have to have a look into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I take a picture of that as well so you remember?
I think so. Yeah, well, I think if we try and do that, so maybe, as Ian's just said, try and get a Zoom type of thing with some of the smaller channels. Obviously, whether it be slightly bigger numbers than us, slightly smaller, doesn't matter. As long as it's under 5,000 subscribers, we'll, try and get something together with that. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, I think we should bring this to a close. We've been going for quite some time.
Yes.
Especially for us normally. Usually it's only about an hour and a half.
Yeah, but we've got people to talk to this time. Everybody's come to join us. It's been great. Yeah. And we will see you again live, us talking to you, on the weekend, probably
27th, 28th?
Probably the 27th, as we'll be at show on the 28th.
Yes, probably.
It's only a local one, but we'll probably
still a good one.
Just to give us a little bit more of a time to just not be focused on the internet. Would be quite nice.
That'd be good. If you do arrange something on StreamYard, Luke, let us know, and then we'll be happy to sort of sign up and join in. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Ian, and thank you, Luke, and thank you everyone for joining us.
It's been really nice.
Yeah, it's been nice to have people constantly chatting for once.
And
it's usually
we hope
quite
that
quiet.
You guys have all shared to each other's channels and stuff as well. Go and have a look at each other and follow each other's content, because it's, again,
if you don't know each other already.
Building community. So with that, I think we will say goodbye and good night.
And farewell and all that.
Farewell. And we'll see you in a video next week and live
again at the end of August
next month, and over on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
everything.
Come and say hello. Farewell.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.
How's the farewell gone?
Farewell.